Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a bit more Baldur's
I'm sure there's something else we could be doing.
other than standing around, I guess so. Sorry, Chatado. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a little bit more of Baldur's Gate 2, Shadows of An. Enhanced Edition, more specifically. I'm going to load the game because I just wasted a bunch of time, and I did save. Alrighty. We actually wanted to inquire a little bit more at the inn about the other quest that we have here. So we just kind of helped that little village, one way or another. So the little village, they thought there were murders and bodies mysteriously disappearing during the night. And the villagers kind of suspected the band of ogres and gnoll and kind of, let's say, rather beastly beings that was just kind of north of the town, but it appears that those were just completely friendly. They don't want to fight at all, and they were not the culprits. We managed to end up going and finding that there used to be a temple of the sun that, well, just kind of has fallen prey to the shadows and shades. There was a Shade Lord. That Shade Lord, for some reason, ended up turning out to be their ranger that used to protect the village, Rella or something like that. And well, unfortunately, she is now dead. There also was a werewolf that led the wolf pack, where some the villagers believe that the wolf pack actually was responsible for all the deaths and stuff like that, which they actually kind of ended up being, but not really. It's kind of weird because basically the wolves were turned into, they were killed and then turned into shadow wolves that carried out the commands of the shadows, so to speak. We cleanse out that temple and it's now no longer, well, occupied by those, but we still have stuff to do in the immediate vicinity. Yes, I am explaining the storage here, thank you very much. So we still have the hunt for Valigar Korthala. That is the guy that we are currently looking for. When we went back to this place here, we actually stumbled upon a hut that was just kind of north of this area. And I will want to check that out, because apparently he was somewhere around there. And hey, generic streamer, I'm doing quite well. How are you doing? Fresh file contained from Baldur's Gate 1 save. This is a fresh file, basically. I have never played Baldur's Gate 1. Okay, let's see. I'd like to see your services, and when you have services, you can also pay a little bit for some drinks, and you will get some rumors the more you drink. Let's buy some Evermet, Golden Sand, or a Balland Wine, some meat, Morweed, Wormsbrew Ale. There's an alliance with Mudolf and his mercenaries. The mayors allowed them to trade with the village in return for protection from orcish raids from the Umar Hills. So yes, that is kind of what we actually ended up negotiating. Let's buy some more Evermead. There's an alliance with Mudolf. Oh, well, that's the same one. A few centuries ago, bands of Mithral were discovered and mined. Temples sprung up and wealthy Amnian families bought land. It was all abandoned when the Mithral ran out. Interesting. Alrighty, I hope I'm not drunk now. Kind of hope to get a bit more information about stuff, but hey, that's that. Let's see whether we might have conversation with some people in here that may know more about that certain bodyguard guy.
I will do my best. Walk 5 feet these days without someone hitting him up.
I just want you to know that we might have appreciated all you've done. Johanna and I come back to the farmhouse as soon as it's fixed up. That's nice. So Johanna is the lady over here. No, that was Trevor. I hear you're responsible for all the shadows leaving, are you? It's job, boy. Too bad you're the rangers. You make the mighty fine protector of this town now. That poor Barella be dead. Ah, she were a fine, fine soul. To our dear departed Barella. May she rest. Oh, to our dear departed Barella. May she rest in peace. I'll drink that. You shouldn't be drinking that much. So Johanna and he are apparently farmers that were driven away.
Welcome.
We are thankful that you saved the village. After that first group of adventurers didn't come back, I was sure we were all lost. I don't understand though why the mayor made the agreement with the ogres. They're going to protect us? More like they're going to save us from for the next dinner? Oh, come on. The nice ogres, I talked to them. Book merchant.
Well, you look like the sort who has more than 2 gold pieces to rub together.
Sorry, I ain't got much in the way of tombs today. Been real slow here. So shipped most of my stock to Atkatla. Ain't talked to anyone in weeks actually. Business been that bad because of the nasty events around here recently? Aye, that is it, it has. Though there have been quite a few old books turning up around here to make it worthwhile. Nothing startling, but I get by. Enjoy your stay as best as you can under the circumstances. I guess he doesn't have anything to sell. Speaking of selling, we still have our inventories full. We want to get rid of stuff sometime. Yeah. Do we still need this? Yeah, actually, this is the thing we got from killing the dragon. We definitely want to hang on to that. I also need to... Let me reread this. What do we need? Hammer of Thunderbolts, Gauntlets of Ogre Power, and Girdle of Frostgiant Strength. I know the girdle. I've seen that sometime. It might not have been this game, but I know it exists.
Yes.
So that's interesting. Wait, I can't just go outside without the entire party.
You point, I punch.
Something okay.
I guess it's because basically
Sure
the same area. That's kind of
Yes.
curious. Alrighty.
Very well.
Let's see. This guy had trouble with his lady being occupied. Let's see whether we can actually ask the
Need something,
wizard.
stranger.
Hey, who disturbs me? I am Moth. Who are you? Moth, eh? Well, I don't recognize your name. So long as you're not sent by that fool Dar, I'll not object to your presence. And I, since you ask, am none other than Charmian, licensed Cowl Wizard for this region, so you needn't turn off and attempt to report me, boy. Wait, licensed Cowl Wizard? Does that mean I was not supposed to use spells without having a permission even outside of the city? That's kind of strange. He has a golem at the back. We already know that. What is this thing you're making? Ah, Gladius! This, my friend, is nothing other than a golem of stone. A fine piece of magical craftsmanship, if I do say so myself. Few other mages have made the attempt, you see. This type of golem is quite powerful and dangerous, but I am more than skilled enough to control it. Once it's complete, I'll have an excellent servant, and something to keep an eye on my daughter and that foolhardy beau of hers while I'm away. Trouble is, I'm missing one of the crucial ingredients, the blood of a mimic. I'd pay handsomely for some, in fact. You look like the adventurous type. Care to find me some? I actually already have that. I'll try to find you some. Certainly. Fine. I wish I could point you in the right direction, but if you do find some, you know where to find me. Off you go then, boy. Sure, sure. Let's see what she has to say about that
Hello
fool
there.
outside. I love Dar, but father will have none of it. Now he's making this thing to watch over me when he leaves. This is just terrible. Alrighty. It definitely is the case. Why is the thing in front of the door there? Strange. Good morning to you, Bloods Blackarm. How are you doing? Is this about coffee wizards? No, cowl wizards it is. You know, when they have a cowl over their head or something like that.
You need something, stranger.
I do have some, in fact. No, I don't. And I don't intend to looking for it anymore either. So I do have it, so that's a straight up lie, but I kind of don't want to support him bringing these two not together, so to speak. Well, it's no less than I expected. Perhaps you should go find some simple pursuits for a safe boy like Say farming or something similar. Thank you for host, generic streamer.
Need something, stranger?
I've spoken to Dar. Why don't you give him a break? I've far more important things in mind for Colette than that fool, Dar. She'll get over her childish infatuation, I assure you, and Dar will be long gone. If I'd known you were going to plead the boy's case, I would at least have magic missile you open entrance. I'll thank you not bring up the subject again. Well, don't let the door hit you on the way out, boy. What would Chatero do in this situation? What would Chatero do in this situation?
You need something, stranger?
Maybe we can get some more information out of him if we were to give him the blood of the mimic, but I'll be going. And you know what? I don't think you are competent enough to figure that one out. Aha, it's right there.
As you ask.
Just fine if you say so.
What is my
Maybe
task,
I
shall
can figure out something with him.
Hmm?
Still upset, huh? Why is that? My love is Colette, and her father is a wizard of no small power and possessed of considerable bias against me. Right, we already had this one. We already had this one here. I don't want to kill him. I'll be on my way then.
On my honor, consider it done.
Oh god. I see. Well then, I hope you can eventually find some rest. So, we have found Valigar's cabin. It's actually literally labeled like that, so let's just go up here and try to see whether we can do something else up here. So, greetings to you, Dame. Welcome as well. Hope you're doing well. I don't know whether there's any way aside from just straight up killing that fool, or let's say killing his golem maybe might help. Honestly, I'm just kind of tempted to just straight up kill the golem in order to attempt to help, but at the same time I don't think that wizard will just kind of let me go away after I kill his golem and agree to stuff. I would probably have to kill him. Maybe I could charm him and that might work. That's actually a option I have not considered before.
How can I help?
I do have charm person somewhere, right? Hey Chentatsu, thank you for the host, I appreciate that. Do you have charm? I could go domination. I could try domination. Do we have one spell of domination? Is higher level priest spell or what? Mental domination. Oh, I also have mental domination? Interesting. I don't need that many of those. Mental domination. Don't we just have a simple thing like charm person instead? I don't want to just the mental domination. Well, maybe later. Actually, you know
Am
what?
I needed?
Yeah, let's just have Nalia go over here and see whether mental domination does anything. He might just resist it for all we know. And I'm just really curious whether that would help.
I think the forest likes Boo.
I do agree with that, Minsk. And yes, very much enjoying the journey. Did that, so thank you. Let's try mental domination. I am going to save before I do this, just in case the spell fails. I want to see what happens if I actually succeed. Save versus spell. I think if it basically says save versus spell, it means that it failed, I guess. Interesting that he doesn't react. Grizzly Bear attacks Groundhog. He is a pretty powerful wizard to just save versus spell that easily. Going to try 2 more times, and if it doesn't work, we're just on our way. I don't think a simple... Oh, there we go.
You need something stranger.
He is a pretty powerful wizard, so what do you have? Phantom Blade, Armored Silence, Protection from Electricity, Breach, Fireball, Dynamite Scorchers. Maybe this one. Magic resistance on the golem. What if you attack it? Does the golem hit back? I don't think the golem hits back.
You need something stranger.
How can I help?
Can I talk to her now? Maybe that has an interesting
Hello there.
effect. Oh, it's the same thing.
You need something stranger.
Not moving outside.
You need something stranger.
Need something strange. Oh!
Am I needed?
Oh, he doesn't like me anymore. Outward silence on Nalia. Who would have guessed? Oh wow. Now he has, I think, the Phantom Blade. Looks like... Alrighty. I was just curious whether Demon Domination would work. Maybe Charm Person would work, but we don't have Charm Person spell, it seems. Unless that might be a spell that Jahira has access to. Okay, Nalia, in the meantime, you walk back to us while I'm checking out Jahira spells.
I am at peace in the outdoor places, though it never seems to last.
I'm sorry. Probably my fault. No alignment. Oh, no alignment would be an interesting one. Is the definitely want to use those once in a while. Rigid thinking, sort of sweet air, invisibility push. Yeah, no. Magic resistance through seeing Harper's Call. Nope, alrighty, I guess not. Okay.
How can I help?
Come over here, lady. We are visiting that Valigar guy and try to get his end of the story. Go for the eyes, go for the eyes. Sinestria is now hosting you for a bunch of years. Hey, thank you, I appreciate that. And greetings to you, // welcome. You're doing well. And thank you for the good luck.
Yes?
So, let's see. Is no alignment a targeted spell, or do you cast that yourself? What do you have? No alignment? Yeah, it's a targeted spell.
What is my task?
Alrighty, where is an entrance to this little hut? I don't see an entrance.
Consider it done.
Oh, there it is. I don't see the
You
entrance.
must gather your party before venturing forth.
Hello? Anyone home?
On my honor,
Mm,
I will do my best.
Oh, there.
ah.
More cowled ones are their servants, no doubt. By the gods, I swear you'll not live to take me to that damnable sphere.
Hmm. Ah, I see. I am with the wizards, but they said nothing of a sphere. What do you speak of? A planar sphere appeared in the slums of Athkatla weeks ago. My ancestor, the necromancer Lord Lavok, built that sphere as some sort of planar in traveling device. Lavok disappeared with the sphere over 5 centuries ago. It has not been seen again until now. I have no desire to meet my ancestor, and even less desire to help the cult wizards who seem certain that my body is the only key to that sphere, alive or no. They want to use you to get into the sphere. I know those cult wizards couldn't be trusted. Oh, I knew those cult wizards couldn't be trusted, but they'll hold us to our word, won't they? This changes everything. A fellow ranger plunged into the peril by evil wizards. Even Boo cringes at what we have been sent to do. Moth, this cannot be. They tried to force my cooperation, and I was forced to defend myself and flee. I had hidden away here, successfully. I thought until you came. Curious. I figured there might be more behind this, so I don't want to immediately go and try and kill him or something like that. Greetings to you, LA Trinchan. Welcome, good morning, and those are definitely good games. Pillars of Eternity is really fascinating. I mean, it's a fair question. Who are you that you should believe you? How do I know lying to me? Who are you that I should believe you? How do I know you're not lying to me? I cannot prove the truth of my words, my lord, but compare my motivations to those of the wizards, and there is more. I am the last of the Corthala line. That may mean little to you, but it means plenty to Lavok. When Lavok left Athkatla in this sphere, he was already many centuries old. Lavok extended his life by stealing the bodies of blood relations. If he yet lives, you can imagine my concern. This is also why my blood may allow entrance to the sphere. The wizards mentioned nothing of this. You did kill 2 of their number, did you not? Aye, I did. It was no murder, however. They attacked me first. I refused to cooperate with their request, and fled as soon as I was able to withdraw. There is more to this story than I was told. Perhaps you should tell me everything. A planar sphere appeared in the slums of Athkatla weeks ago. My ancestor, the necromancer Lavok, built that sphere as some sort of planar traveling device. He already told me that. Is there no way to confront the cult wizards and keep them from bothering you? The wizards will not rest until they get inside the sphere, and one cannot hope to stand up to them for long. At least not without steady hands at one's back. I was hired to apprehend you, but I have reconsidered. What now? I suspected as much. Very well then. My proposal is that we return to the city and enter the sphere. That way I will know if Lavok lives. If he does, we can exterminate his ghoulish existence once and for all. You are more than welcome to whatever lies within the sphere, such as magical treasure and anything else of Lavok's. None of interest to me in the slightest. 5 centuries. We already know that. He answered that earlier by taking over the bodies of the others. What you suggest is interesting, but will the Cult Wizards not oppose us? The Cult Wizards will not rest until they get inside the sphere, and one cannot hope to stand up to the Cult Wizards. Oh, he already told me that. Very well, join and we shall see what is inside this planar sphere ourselves. Most excellent. My family swore an oath long ago to kill Lavok should he ever reappear, and perhaps I shall be able to fulfill it. My heartfelt thanks to your offer of aid. Alright, let's go. Let us be moving then. More than likely the Cult Wizards will hear of my movements, and the fact that you accompany me soon enough. We shall have to be ready. We'll have to be careful with the Cult Wizards now at our heels, but it's a righteous cause, and another companion to stand on our side is always welcome. Be welcome, brother of the woods. Together, you and Bo and I shall stride forward to crush all evil in our wake. Woe betide evil. And, well, I guess we have to have him in the party for now. He's a ranger, he says. I did not expect to have to choose, but we don't really have much of a choice, in a sense. Who do we choose to leave behind for now? Potato, what is your opinion that we can probably get... As in, for party composition, it would definitely be wise to have a mage in our party. And also a thief on top of that, but thief role is fulfilled also by Yoshimitsu already. Yoshimitsu? Funimitsu? This guy. Hey Dark Shadiel, how are you doing? People want me to keep Jaheira in the party either way. But... let's put it this way. I'm going to remove Jaheira and I'm going to get her back after this entire quest is done. I'm sure this guy doesn't mind either. Yoshimo, right. Yoshimo was his name. I definitely want to keep Yoshimo. He's the only one who can detect traps and remove them properly right now. So Jaheira, we are going to part ways for now. We will get back to you later. Alrighty.
This group is yours to reform as you see fit, though dropping me for another does not seem like the wisest choice. I will abide by your decision, though.
I cannot stay here, however. I will probably be in Athkatla, as the Harpers have a base of sorts within. If you can find it, that's where I'll be. Alrighty.
Yes?
Sounds like a plan.
I'm still here.
So, Valigar the Stalker. Huh. What an interesting thing to be. I don't know what a Stalker is exactly. I think it's type of a rogue or something like that. Thief. He's level 8. He is neutral good. I like your alignment already. His proficiencies are katanas, spears, and longbows. His fighting styles is 2-weapon style. His basic equipment right now consists of, well, a Orthala family blade. Armor class +2 versus slashing attack. Interesting. This katana radiates magical energy when wielded by Valigar. The blade was designed to respond only to those with the blood of the family Karthala flowing through their veins. This +2 blade causes additional bleeding damage when it strikes an opponent. Hit target suffers 3 points of additional bleeding damage per round for 2 rounds. That is actually pretty sweet. That thing is really strong overall. He has a longbow, just a regular old longbow. And he also has a regular old spear. Considering he uses 2 weapons, let's just give him the dagger, I guess. We do have a dagger +1. That was a weird picture. But I don't think he is proficient in daggers, are you? 2 weapon style he is proficient, but not daggers. So we could give him a spear, longbow. Actually,
I can hear you well enough.
You point, I punch.
here, give him the longbow. That's a better longbow than what he has for now. And give him some more arrows. We will probably just keep him on the range attacks. By the way, the hero has a whole lot of equipment and stuff that I also wanted to sell, and I kind of forgot about that. I didn't realize that I would probably get a new party member in here. So, slightly awkward, but hey, we can deal with it. Okay, and that's that.
What is my task?
I'll aid you if you've thought this through.
You saw this through. I need more of those. Flame dance ring. Curious. More arrows. We might just as well take everything with us that there is. A katana. There's a better spear. Curious. And the composite longbow. We have a better bow than that. Which is actually really interesting. Maybe we should give him katana and make him a melee fighter for now. I'm not sure. Little bit of gold, whatever you have. Let's see. If we give him the katana instead, that probably is better than the measly little dagger. Give him the arrows as well. Composite longbow. Apparently he can't use it. Why not? Requires 18 strength. Wow. Okay. Minsk, you have another ranged weapon now. That should be fine, but you keep your melee. Alrighty. Proficiency is +2. So, also let's customize his script. Prefer ranged weapons. Attack enemies, use items, use abilities. Nope, 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 none of those. Sing a bard song, hide in shadows, fight traps. Do you even have fight traps? Let's see your abilities on this. Resistances, he has quite a bit of resistances it seems. Maybe his equipment is pretty decent. He has 17 strength, 18 dexterity. So he is quite... He's pretty good, actually. Those kinds of... Move silently, 102. Hide in shadows, 97. That's pretty good. Racial enemy, Golem. Oh. Reputation, he's quite popular, apparently. Huh. Whatever that means. So, he can move silently, but I don't think he has discovered traps.
I'm certain I'm out of sight. None will see
On my
me
honor.
now.
Okay,
Yes.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
I see. Good morning to you, Darth Sidiel. I'm doing quite well. Thank you. Okay, in this case, let's hope we don't get
Very well.
caught by the cold wizards and
None will
we
see me now.
don't have to kill them in the meantime. Hey, Mr. Grizzly, I hope you're doing well. Let's just travel back and also make sure that we finally get to sell our stuff that we have. I don't really... I kind of like Valigar as a person in this, on a baseline so far, but I don't really have much of a reason to keep him, so to speak. So, where did that appear, you say? Let's go to the city gates first.
Hello there.
Miss Nalia? Miss Nalia the Arnese? Yes, that is my name. What can I do for you, son? I have a message for you, Miss Nalia, from the residents of the Arnese estate. I must get an imprint of your signet ring to prove I found you. Of course, you have done well. Thank you, Miss Nalia, though I do hate to be the bearer of some bad news. Here's the message. Safe travels to you. Let's see, what does this say then? Shall we... Oh my. I must go to the graveyard district in Athkatla at once. All other concerns must wait. I'm sorry, but I must insist upon this. What is your concern? It must be quite grave to cause such grief. You are more correct than you may think you wished. But I forgive your ignorance. The message is about my father's funeral. I must go to the graveyard district. Very well. I shall head in that direction the next possible opportunity. I realize this is an inconvenience, but try not to worry. I will take only a moment to make an appearance. I thank you for understanding, albeit grudgingly.
I am ready, I think.
You do not intend to see a renal blood scalp anytime soon, do you? No matter. If you change your mind, however, I have little doubt that man would still wish to see us.
Yes?
Sorry, Yoshima, we are just
Done.
kind of doing other stuff. He's a merchant. Can we trade goods to you and just sell stuff
Have
for the
a look at
meantime?
my wares.
Get
I
away!
trust you'll find
You!
them
I
all in
won't pay!
satisfactory condition.
You'll pay. You will, or you get face full of a fist. That's pretty clear, isn't it? Bully, all you want. I don't have time for it. Leave. Leave me be. I ain't letting you go anywhere. You pay up, or I start smashing. You'll do nothing of that sort. Leave the merchant be. Well, I mostly chose this option because I didn't like the other two. Huh? Who are you? Get lost. This don't matter to you none. I say it does. Leave that merchant alone, or I shall be forced to harm you. What? You don't need to go threaten me. I wasn't hurt him. I was just threatening. The guards won't care. They'll still lock you up. These people here might even kill you for it. What? No, I didn't mean... I'm leaving. I don't want no trouble. Get lost, you gollywart. I was curious about his intention.
What is my task?
Have
As
a
you
look at my
ask.
wares. I trust you'll find them all in satisfactory condition.
I knew that fool was bluster, no master. Thanks for your help at all the same. Here, maybe I can offer something cheaper than my normal fees. I don't do this for just anyone, mind you. Alrighty, let's sell some stuff. Moonbar gem, water opal, black opal, sphere gem, pearl. I don't really have use for any of those. Rogue stone. Oh. A small shifting rainbow-colored iridescent gemstone. The fluid shades of color appear almost liquid under normal sunlight. It is truly a beautiful sight to behold. Rogue stones are extremely rare and used for the gem jump spell, hence one of the most sought after gems in the realms. Gem jump. To keep that then. I don't even know what that is, but that sounds interesting. Potion of Genius. Prudent Skull Crusher. I don't think we have a use for that anymore. Let's sell those. Oh. Why did I not sell the Moonbar gem? Must have accidentally done something wrong. Potion of Genius was intelligence plus 4. Pretty fascinating. Maybe we have use for that sometime. Also, I kind of think I want to have some arrows plus 2. Oh, those are pretty expensive. Not now. Medium shield plus 1. Small shield plus 2. Huh. Those might actually be better than what we have. I need to actually compare. He has quite the amount of things that are pretty fascinating. May want to purchase something here. Agility, Fortitude, Hill Giant Strength. Section from normal. Do we have matching missiles by chance? Because we still are lacking that one. Minus spell deflection, breach, lower resistance, oracle, conjure less of chain light, disintegrate, restoration. No, not what we're looking for. Okay, let's sell some stuff. Dart of Wounding, we keep those. Sphere Gem, Antidotes, we keep those. Keep this one. Isle Gem, Onyx Ring, Shadow Dragon Scales. I don't know whether these are useful, but I'm just going to keep them as a triumph thing. 200 Swords, plus 1, we sell the Greenstone Ring, Star Sapphire. Dart of Stunning, we keep those. I don't think we have use for that many darts though. We have too many darts and we will never use those basically. Oh, that's how it works. I see. Yeah, game mechanics hints are okay. No story spoilers are fine, but basically if you... Game mechanics overall are fine to point out, let's put it that. I think that's how it is. The kneecapper. Right, we don't have any use for a Warhammer. Spear +1 we could just sell. Even though we have someone who is proficient in spears, I prefer him to use his 2 katanas for now. Keep those. Fire Breath. Minsky did terribly with that potion last time, I'm sorry. Not going to use it. Longbow +1. I actually may want to use this. The composite longbow. Short sword +1, we sell those. Light crossbow, we have no use for light crossbows. 200 sword, we need to identify it first, before we can sell it for a good price. Sell the pearl, we sell the bloodstone gem, necklace, onyx ring. Sunstall bullets, we keep those. Protection from magical weapon. That seems like a pretty strong spell. Abjuration? I don't know what that means. Is that... I think that's a mage spell, level 6. We probably want to keep on hand on to that, that sounds pretty useful. Some Nisru and Disintegrate. Actually, I don't know whether we already tried to learn those on Nalia. Oh, I wanted to sell stuff. Derp. Sell stuff, please. And bolts, we don't need bolts. Yeah, sell those. Protection for normal weapons, we already have that learned, so we sell the thing. We keep the arrows. Disintegrate. More interested in the money than having scrolls. There's a use for a roguestone. You can make great use of one in specific places, so she could keep one. Alrighty. I think that is fair to point out. Those are, I think that is completely fair. Thank you. Sell that, sell this. Alrighty. Going to briefly go into my inventory here. I don't have any use for this anymore, so I'll just drop it on the ground. I don't think I have any use for this anymore. We keep this one. Roguestone, we keep this one. And Dragon Wardstone, I don't think we have any ward for this anymore, just drop it on the ground. Potato has an antidote if we ever need an antidote. I want to keep this thing, and this was a circle gem. We want to sell this. I'm going to put everything we want to sell here on Nalia afterwards. We also Art of Stunning, they could be useful. So I'm just going to keep those for now. Here, longbow +1. This has to hit accuracy +1 damage from missiles. This is to hit accuracy +2, so basic better accuracy, but not enough add up more damage. Speed factor 6, I think lower is better. So composite bow +1 is apparently better one, so... Or is it? Damage increases. Oh, of course damage increases, but it's less accurate, that way around. Alright, we keep that one way around, however. Small drinking potions, arrows +1, I believe. Here, Yoshima. Let's trade this over here. Okay, use this one. You have fire arrows, you have regular arrows, you can give the regular arrows over there, give those over to her. Apparently I've never tried to learn those, that is interesting. Bullets over to Jahira. Oh wait, maybe we did get Jahira's stuff. We keep those bullets, however. Alrighty, identify the Bandit Sword +1, so we can sell it for a better price. Protection from magical weapons. When this spell is cast, it confers complete invulnerability to all magical weapons. This includes weapons that are blessed or enchanted. The attacks of powerful monsters are also considered magical weapons. This spell cannot be cast on anyone who is protected from normal weapons, as well as anyone protected by mantle, improved mantle, or absolute immunity. Due to the nature of this spell, with the short casting time and duration, it is mainly used to buy the wizard a few rounds in the thick of combat. This effect lasts for the duration of the spell or until dispelled. Curious, that is very short duration, but it might come in handy. Nice, you managed to write it into your spellbook. It was a 6th level spell, so we actually can't use that yet, but it might come in handy once you level up that fella. Summon Nisru. That's just kind of a summoning thing. We can sell those. But those are not the same. Those are arrow +2, I see. Also, you have fire arrows apparently, so you can use those. Okay. Keep those arrows, that is fine. Let's give Yoshimo the stuff that we just kind of don't really have a reason to hold on to, but we just hold on to it anyways. Just in case we ever have use for those thingies. So I want to identify those. You should know what kind of arrows you had in your chest, by the way. That's kind of weird. Here we get normal arrows. So we have a full stack of those again. Arrow +1. And identify this spear +1. Okay, so those are the things we want to sell. Not save at this time. Why not? Come back here. I wanted to... Wow, is that it? Can I no longer trade with him because he is gone now?
On my honor.
That's awkward.
Consider it done.
Alrighty, let's go to Graveyard District. That seems to be probably a relatively short affair.
Hello there.
Miss Nalia, allow me to show you to the funeral.
Hello there.
They are waiting for you upstairs. Curious.
I await your word.
Alrighty. Late Lord Tharthink and Ronald. Oh, the Ronalds. That's gonna be interesting.
Always willing to try.
So what are we doing here now?
Stand where you're at, peasant.
He's not a peasant. Oh, Lord Yarnese did fraternize with some colorful company, I must say. Not about I would expect from a gentleman's funeral. Oh, Nalia, I have heard how you have been in a dreadful strait since your father's death. I can only imagine the horrors you have endured. Miss Tandolan? I'm not sure what you mean. But my dear, the wandering like a gypsy, the company I have had to keep. Isaiah has painted quite the unsavory picture. Oh, he has he? He talks far too much for my comfort. Miss Tandolan, if you would excuse me. Of course, my dear, I wish you peace. So, who are you?
My time is quick, so be brief, commoner.
Strange that more have not come to the funeral, though the market has fluctuated lately and many nobles are absorbed in their figures and books. I would have hoped they could have made time. Oh, Nalia, I quite agree. He may not have been the most cutthroat of businessmen, but your father deserves the respect. Thank you for that, Lord Donderbeck. My pleasure, my dear, though the honor to say such is mine. I hope I can aspire to gauge my integrity by comparison to your father's. You always were one of the more understanding of father's friends. I thank you, my dear. Now go. Don't let the dark cloud above this place seep into your heart. What difficulty is this? This is core difficulty.
I don't like cities much. They're built on the backs of the unfortunate.
So, there was this guy over here.
I welcome you with outstretched hand.
Welcome to this place for this somber occasion. Mingle and celebrate the life of Lord Yarnese. He would have everyone speak as equals. It was good of you to come, Nadia. I know your father would have appreciated it. I hope so. I'm sure quite a few of his business partners would do without seeing me. That may well be, but today is not the time for such things. We are celebrating a life in this place, and all grievances should be put aside. I will try, Minister Adelaine. Again, your father would have appreciated it. Wander and speak with the others, and talk of how you felt about him. I have told everyone else to do as much. Your father would have preferred the honest talking of friends over pre-written speeches.
I need a swig of some strong dwarven ale.
Damn you for dying, Darneets. You still owe me a keg and a hunt since your last visit. To your health, wherever you are. Bonchi, is that you? Who would like know my nickname? Little Nally Nalia. Oh, you're a sight for my eyes, I tell you. Oh, but girlie, I'm sorry for what has happened. Don't be sorry. Father would love that you came. You scared the nobles something fierce. That I do, and rightfully so. Someone has to liberate the people beneath the yoke of the nobles. Soon comes the time to strike. Bonchi. Look at them squirm around the room. I don't mean nothing, but they don't know that. Thanks, Bonchi. You've made me smile. Then my work is done on the 10th day. I will leave on this good note before we start crying and backslapping. If you must, Bonchi, safe travels. Aye, I gotta. May your heart and troubles both be light, Nalia. I like this little guy. He's awesome. Get out of his way.
I can dance on the head of a pin as well.
Please, let me. I'll certainly try.
Alrighty. I don't want to talk to this guy. Can we go off the woods?
Nalia, my dear, I have been worried sick about
Oh, it's
you.
also a Ronald. Those are both Ronalds.
Oh no, it's Isaiah. Let's get out of here.
No, do not turn away. It has been so long since I have seen your face. So regal and, a bit dirty actually. Have you been slumming again? Naughty. Kindly place a cork in it, Isaiah. I do not slum foppish fools like for a thrill slum. I help people. Of course, one must have one's little hobbies, but it is just about time you honored our, agreement. The honor of your house is at stake, you recall? My home has a new head that owes you no allegiance. Do such agreements carry beyond the death of the makers? No. A master of weapons may assume title to. You know as well as I do that the arrangement is a fabrication. My word, you have brought them here? This orc is ruling your house? Ridiculous! No more ridiculous than you forcing the issue of this betrothal. No, Isaiah, I will not marry you. Above all else, I do not find your company enjoyable. You may be entitled to your own reputation, but I will not have you dragging me down as well by denying what is mine by rights. I will not stand for it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to make this Chatato's response. Chatato, what would you respond to this? That means chat can vote. The first one that gets, let's say, 4 votes, we will go with. And this will just kind of be a chaotic neutral response, I can see that. Well, it has come to my attention that everybody so far has voted for 1, and that is 4 in a row, in fact. And there is one lonely 2 twos. Another one. Alrighty, we go with 1 as that. Was that a threat? You bat best stop short of intimidation taxes. I do not put up with such things. It can speak! Nalia, you trained you well. Oh, did I provoke you? Your reaction will be violent, no doubt. On your first move, I shall have my guard cut you to What is going on here? Who are these? Oh, hello, Nalia. My deepest sympathies to you this day. Your father was a fine man. Thank you, Lord Ronald. He would be pleased to hear such praise. Stop this Lord Ronald business. I'll not have such formalities. Farthington is my name among friends. Farthy, if out of sight of the missus. Eh? Lord Ronald, you are a positive cat. Yes, well, oh! Is it true your home has been overrun by barbarians? My guards will have you home as safe in no time. There are none finer. I fear you are misinformed, sir. No, with my father's death, it was best to defer to the weapons master that saved the keep. You know the old customs, don't you? Of course, a fine tradition. I know many a name that was started in that way. The Curlsworths of Murian, for example. I'm glad to see you follow. Thank you, father, but it's not that simple. Nadia made a rash decision, and we'll sort it all out shortly. Aren't the Curlsworths downstairs? Give them my best. Quite, all my best, my dear. Isaiah, what have you told him? That I was run off and afraid to go back? Is that how you intend to take control of my home, my life? I will not have it. Nalia, descend further into these whims of yours, and you shall not be a laughing stock. Come now, our combined names would carry quite the weight. What do you say? I say, take your name and eat it. I will not be your puppet. Do not anger me, Nalia. I can help or hinder. I have done it before. And Maxion is now hosting for a ton of viewers. Thank you. Welcome, everybody. We are playing a bit of Baldur's Gate 2. Let's see. She has had her wishes. Whether you respect them or not, you will let them stand. Your comment is asinine. Obviously, she does not know where her wishes should be. Just look at her choice of company. I will leave for now. This is unfinished. Did try to leave through going to bottom left. I think he just jumped down. Bye bye. Hope you broke some bones. Ah, sorry.
Cities always teem with evil and decay. Let's give it a good shake and
I'm
see
sorry
what
for
falls
that
out.
extended exchange, but he is such a bounder, such a manipulating, such a... Oh, to Hades with the manners. He is a complete bastard, and calling him that insults bastards everywhere.
Wow. He's really not happy. Apparently his father is quite fine, from what I can tell. I thought he would be of the same caliber, but apparently it's just the son. At least from what I can tell here. Alrighty. Rest well, Maxion. Thank you for the host. I appreciate that. And wow. Thank you so much for 18 rounds in a row support. Welcome back. And I'm really appreciate your continued support. Nice, I like your emotes, those are really sweet. So yeah, thank you very much and take care. Rest well. He did say he could help or hinder, and he'd done it before. What is that about? What does any of it mean? That he's a rounder, and were not the son of Lord Ronald, I would think him capable of anything short of the criminal. This has been too much to take in. Let us get away from here, and away from him. Lead on.
I'm ready for anything.
Yes.
Actually, curious about talking to this guy.
I'll heed no churlishness, peasant.
A fine girl, that Nalia. Good head on her shoulders. Never understood what she saw in Isaiah. Fetch me a drink, will you? Wow.
My task.
So it's all that... Wow.
Consider it done.
Let's go, guys. We're out of here. That's all Isaiah's idea. What a... jerk. Bastard. Let's call it a bastard. Entrance to lower tombs. Alright, we're leaving, guys.
Yes, the city. With all its people and their accumulated wealth, yes?
Yeah, sure. I agree with Minsk. Let's shake it and see what falls out. Lord Ronald seems a little daffy. What does daffy mean? This isn't over. Jumps off a building. I mean, he probably just could have left. Alrighty. Where do you want to go? Actually, don't even know. Right. I don't care about this. Journal. Oh, that's the prayer thing is. Meeting with Landsmith, Valigar Kaltala. I have agreed to find a man named Docks District. Oh, that's the. I see that is the latest one in this case. Enter the sphere and discover what's a lot. Enter the sphere? Where is that sphere? Missing something?
On my honor.
Here.
Yes,
Can I talk with you?
I will do my best.
Where's that sphere?
You require fleet of foot and all that. What is my task?
Like to talk with you?
Yes. On my honor.
Hmm.
Very well.
I don't know where that sphere is. He probably has told me at some point and I kind of missed it. Let's actually go to the walking promenade and try to find some more goods that may prove to be good weapons, such. Or armor, for that matter. Speaking of armor, I have not checked out his armor yet. He has a Corthala family armor. It is +3, and it has immunity to charm, fire resistance 25%. That is actually really impressive. Tries 18 dexterity though. Oh, nice.
Yes.
Daffy, adjective. Silly, mildly eccentric. I see. It seems like he has no idea what his son is up to. Also, yes, Lord Ronald definitely seems daffy in this case. I think this is... Was it an engine shop where there was some various interesting goods? No.
I left all this noise and crowds for very good reasons. I'm beginning to remember them.
Sorry, Valigar. We will return you sometime.
I await your word.
Have a look at my wares. I trust you'll find them all in satisfactory condition.
Let's see, what did you have? The other guy I would have given us a good discount, but I didn't realize he would just kind of leave right after. That was actually slightly irritating. Large shield 3. Are those just different colors? He has no weapons, it seems. Do you have weapons, good sir?
Welcome to my humble establishment.
What do you sell here? Slings, arrows of ice, arrows of fire, arrows of dispelling. Wow, those are really expensive. But to be fair, arrows of dispelling sound like that is quite powerful. Or was it? Maybe it was the lady over here. Where did we find the really good weapon guy? Venetia's, Engis, Adventure Smart might have been in here actually. In part, is doing a pretty poor Power Rangers cosplay. I guess so. So, what do we have here? Let's see. Okay, we have a flail +2, but we also have our own flail +2. Borok's Fist. We don't have any use for Warhammers. We have a +3 flail. We have no use for quarterstaffs. Although this thing looks pretty fancy. Frosted swords, longbow, strong arm. We don't really want to have Minsk that far in the back row usually though. Chainmail armor, splint mail +2, chainmail +2. Garage's life and death +3, armor of the deep night +4. That Sequin, darn, a rogue. Okay, apparently that's a rogue. Didn't we have armor of the deep night already? Something like that. Yoshima. Right, the Knight's Gift is what we have. It's not quite the same.
The Adventure Mart's the finest shopping in all of Faerun. Widest selection, lowest prices, and nary a fancy illustration. Just the goods, bare and plain.
Just the goods, fair and plain. Sounds good to me. I would like to have a better shield actually. The Fortress Shield. Shield as tall as a man. It's aptly named. Requires 15 strength, armor class plus 4, an additional plus 7 versus missile attacks. That sounds really awesome. Reflection shield. No protection against missile attacks. Reflects the missiles back at their user? Wait. I guess only if it works. Kind of an odd one though. Fortress shield plus 3 is something I would like to buy. Braces of defense AC 7, braces of defense AC 3. AC 3 is better. The protector. Armor class plus 1, saving plus plus 1. Sounds pretty good overall. Do we have magic missile? Not have magic missile right now. Sword of flame. Rod of resurrection. Resurrection special. Raise target is fully healed. Range unlimited. Affect one creature. Huh, that sounds pretty sweet. Case Jahir would die. A druid's ring. Charm animal. Arches, I guess, or at least once per day. Ring of air control. Gem bag. Small bag is that holding gems. That actually sounds pretty neat. Let's get it. I didn't realize there were actually gem bags in this game. Girdle of Hill Giant Strength. Alright, that is not Frost Giant Strength. Strength 19. Wow. Too bad Wizard Slayer can't use it. Otherwise I might have given you that. Potato, sorry about that. I guess you make yourself kind of cheaper. Innocent. Identify magic missile. There we go. Here we go. You would like to have magic missile. Stone skin. Vocalize. Mounted weapon. Secret warp. Meteors. Protection from undead. I think I'm going to buy the shield here. Yep, Fortress shield we go.
Yes?
Alrighty, Yoshimo. We can put stuff into a gem bag. That's not a gem, I guess. But hey, we have a gem bag now. That makes that significantly easier. Minus 3 armor class now. That is really good in comparison. This one had... This one wasn't too bad, but this one is just miles better. So I can sell this one here now. And Nalia, please don't mess this up. Oh, come on, Nalia, please. Also, why do we still have a circle? Right, we wanted to sell whatever Nalia has.
Make your dreams come true today.
Come on, Nalia, why did you need to fail that? Here, we sell those things. Great. Okay. Nalia, why? Do you have another one? You don't. Oh boy. He really doesn't want to use magic missile. I wonder whether braces of defense are good. Armor class 3. So I'm not entirely sure how those work, by the way. Basically, from what I understand, you basically just have a bracer slot somewhere, right here, I guess. Or gauntlets. And that sets your base AC to 3. How does that work then with using it on other characters? Let me actually just buy them and see what happens.
Artisans or hellspawn, I care nay a blot. All that matters is the deal, and Rybald's here to make one with you.
Ninjato. Or Ninjato. I see. Katana plus 1. Might actually be interesting to get a katana plus 1 just for Valigar right now, since he does use those kinds of weapons and he has just this plain katana on his offhand. But on the other hand, I don't really plan on keeping him for too long in the party, so we're fine. Let's just test those AC thingies. I'm curious. Ring of Princes might be useful too for some people. Maybe for not Chatedo can't use magical stuff. Ah, I want to give Chatedo good things, but Chatedo can't. Chatedo refuses. No magic except for weapon and armor. Chatedo, please. Let's buy the braces of defense. We have just not enough money anymore, but we should probably get some money. So, alrighty. We can equip those, but it doesn't help too much. So those reduce defense from 5 to -2. So basically it only works without having armor or something like that. I mean, it's handy for her. This is really good actually. This reduces armor class by a tremendous amount for our mage thief. Greetings to you, Turbo Triggers. How are you doing? But I think those basically don't work in conjunction with armor, from what I can tell. Bracers are like a replacement for characters that do not use armor. I see. Okay, that makes a lot of sense now. So it wasn't a waste to buy that. A little bit expensive for someone who should not get hit in the backside anyways, but it wasn't a waste.
What is my task?
Alrighty.
Just ask, and
On
I'll
my
do it.
honor. Very well.
Let's go, guys. We need to find that sphere. I have no idea where that sphere might be. I actually have no clue. Wait, didn't we...
Done.
Here. We sold some stuff to this lady here. And as I said, I remember something about Girdle of Frost Giant Strength.
Yes.
Maybe she still has that, if I ever sold that in this
Greetings, good
game.
customer. A pearl to you.
Like to see your wares. Protection scroll, can I learn that? Or why is it blue? Or is it just because I can use it? Also, it does not look like she has any belts. Oh, yeah, that's fine.
What is my task?
That is fine. Let's try to find in the journal then where we need to go next. Enter the sphere. Oh, in the slums district of Athkatla. Alright, so we go to the slums. So it's actually literally written right there. I just didn't realize it. Let's go, guys. Apparently, I can leave here. That works. I think this is faster over here. Alrighty, let's go. You're well glad to hear it. Armor and bracers don't stack. Good to know. However, rings would stack, so... Unless you're Chatero. Slums. Where are the slums? Let's go. Hello. Did the game just crash?
Consider it done.
That was strange. I must have misclicked.
On my honor.
Alrighty, slums district. There's a sphere now, you say? Let's just explore.
I await your word.
Let's find where that sphere might be. I haven't heard... We may have heard about the rumor of a sphere, but I may have just ignored it at the time. The slums district, you say? That'd be kind of obvious. That's me. This building is a ship that was run aground and has been built around since then. Okay. Who are you? Offling woman. Oh, I could see that. Straight exit. Entrance to the sphere. Oh, we did hear about that, didn't we? That's all entrance.
Yes, this is it. This is the planar sphere here in the slums. We should climb the stairs and find some manner of entrance. If I'm right, my blood, my presence should open the sphere.
We have heard about this before. I don't exactly recall what that was about though. Enter the sphere? Is this the entrance to the sphere? Oh, this is... Oh, wow, I didn't realize that's the sphere. That's pretty large. This gigantic sphere seems to have phased into the surrounding buildings, neatly cutting them off. Ew. Well then. How does this look?
Yes?
Well, I'm just curious. Oh boy, this looks like an entire construct with a power core. Curious?
What is my task?
Alrighty, let's enter it. Hello, anyone here? Yoshimo. I know this
Where shall I Yoshimo is willing.
looks weird, but do you find any traps here?
All
On
the
my honor,
world
consider it
supply,
done.
if memory serves.
Oh, he stops searching for traps if I do that?
Yes? I will do my best.
Well then, let's see what we have here. Oh, enemy sighted. Whoa, clay golems. Well, let's attack it, and
My task.
we don't have a Jahir to cast Blessing anymore.
On my honor.
So I need to cast Blessing.
My weapon has no effect.
Flame Golem was immune to my damage.
Swords, not
Winds
words!
cannot damage it.
Something is wrong here.
My weapon has no effect.
1 acid damage from Minsk. That's awkward.
Yes?
So Minsk can actually hurt it.
Something you need?
You should be able to kill hit it with cold damage. No, Chatato's cold damage was also immune to it. So Chatato can't hurt it right now.
Okay.
What is my
Guys,
yes.
back off into the room real quick. So, Minsk can
Minsk
attack
and
it.
you stand ready.
That works.
On my honor.
I should be able to attack it too. I have certain abilities. Here.
So this night?
By hitting it with frost arrows.
Every hamster has his day.
Acid apparently worked too, so I'm going to give you acid arrows. What else can we
Might be
do?
of most use.
Use acid arrow spell actually.
Yes?
So be it. I am your doom.
Takes 28 crushing damage from Iron Golem.
How can I help? Of course.
You should not stand in the way. Okay, 15 crushing damage from Moth. So that apparently works. That's going to be pretty awkward to deal with. Try fire arrows on it. Okay, crushing damage apparently works. I wonder whether it is just immune to
point me in the right direction.
piercing damage. Here, Chatato, try this one. Try your other weapon there. Chatato, Golem was immune to my damage. Okay, that doesn't work still. Okay, Moth is the only one who seems to be able to hurt that thing. Well, aside from Minsk with his little axe. But that's just 1 damage at a time. And also that was a lot of damage overall here. That was a lot of damage that we didn't need to take. So since Chahira is no longer in our party, now I realize how useful it was to have her just being able to heal and stuff. So maybe I'm just going to solo this for now. Cast Bless. Old person might be useful. Silence. Let's remove that for now. Barkskin 8. So paralyzation. I don't know whether we are going to get paralyzed. Holy Smite we don't need for now. Probably. Your medium wounds, I guess. Then I don't think I'm on far side at this point. Just get more healing. Or more healing overall. I kind of would like to keep one identify spell, but the rest should be stuff like Chill Touch or Burning Hands. Still, apparently cold damage didn't work. So let's try Shocking Grasp instead. Maybe that could help. And here, Acid Arrow probably would work. We don't need Knock for now. If we need Knock, we will just get it. Let's try Acid Arrow. And Flame Arrows? Oh. Could go for haste, so we can actually haste Moth, so he can destroy stuff quicker, or try to anyways. Polymorph Other, we have never even used that. Stone Skin, is that... Oops, no. The only effect on the caster. Fire Shield Red and Fire Shield Blue. Just having those ready, I guess, would be nice. Wait, you can cast heals as well? I guess you're a ranger after all, so it makes sense. But you might as well have Bless. That little heal is not going to make much of a difference. Okay, then we have Shadow Door, Spell Turning, Chaos, Cloud Chaos, Domination. Protections from normal weapons. This might be very interesting actually. I don't know whether those things are considered to be using normal weapons. Oh, but we need to rest now in order for this to update.
Goes, evil stands aside.
Golem didn't drop anything. Okay.
On my honor.
Rest until fully healed. Let's go. So we need to be kind of careful. Yoshima.
You're right behind me, right?
Go into the shadows.
A den of stinking evil. Cover your nose, boo.
So he is hidden in shadows.
No crevice untouched.
Alrighty.
Do you need?
That was just one golem.
Hiya.
To be fair, there could be other creatures other than golem, but that one golem just was pretty dangerous. No traps. I'll leave Yoshima here, try to detect traps, while I'm going to send Valigar further over here. Trying to see... The store has a control panel which appears to be missing a vital piece. Curious. Locked. Don't have the ability... Oh, now we need knock, maybe.
You require my counsel, yes?
Okay, Yoshima, I trust you have checked all those things. There should be no traps. Lockpick failed. Golem arm? Huh. Monarchy. Arrows. We keep the arrows for now. We take the bullets. Locked. Lockpick failed.
We are all heroes. You and Boo and I.
Coal.
Hamsters and rangers everywhere. Rejoice!
I like immense. Okay, two of the things we cannot open because Yoshima's lockpick is not good enough. Here, we get those back. Hello? Oh, you're too far away. So, I was probably too quick here, but Alia, we need someone to open up those doors. So we probably want to just kind of
Where shall I display my skill and expertise?
rest. Stop moving the screen, please. So, here we go. What is this? Golem arm? Useless without a body. Guess we hang on to it. Planarchy. Coal? I have no idea what coal is. There's a pile of coal. Okay. It's over to Nalia. You keep the arrows for now. Actually, just give them over to Valigar. Keep those for Jahira when she eventually comes back here. So we have a Planarchy. This thin bar vibrates softly in your hand. It looks as if it could be used as either a key or a lever. Alrighty. So Yoshima should be able to open that door over there now, I guess? Maybe. So... Just that. Okay, let's rest real quick, guys. Just 8 hours, I guess.
Please, it's almost beneath me.
What? Oh. Okay. Open up this one, please. Let's knock. And what do we have? Just some bolts. We don't need those. Polymorph other. We already know that spell. You can lockpick as well in theory, but she has 0 points in it. Knock it open. Okay, emerald, paste, and arrows. Identify. Arrows +2. We have more of those. Let's actually give those over to Yoshimo for now. Right, you need to be closer. Here, Yoshimo. Use arrows +2 for now, I think. That should probably be helping you.
Yes?
I'm ready for
There's one spell you can learn. Conjure Lesser Air Elemental. Okay, that worked. More
What is my
experience
task?
gained.
Very well.
Yoshimo, can you open this now?
Nothing dangerous, I would hope.
Whoa. The lights went out for a short while. You have control panel. You have initiated planet travel. The inner door will now open. You may not leave the sphere until the master allows it.
On my honor.
Okay, that's awkward.
Done.
You insert the lever and proceed to pull it. The lights went out for a few moments, then the ship rumbled. The ship rumbled? Oh. Locked.
So this night? I can dance on the head of a pin as well,
Lockpick
yes?
succeeded, alrighty.
As you ask.
Maligar,
I'll aid you if I can.
what's over there?
I'm certain I'm out of it. Shall be as you say.
What is my task? It shall be.
What is it? So be it.
Too far away to use that. Mephit. Alrighty, we should be able to deal with Mephits, no problem.
On my honor.
Just go and attack it, I guess. You're gonna attack it as
You
well.
asked for it, you know.
Go attack it as well.
What? I'm ready. I
Alright,
think.
Just
Everybody
ask,
attack
and I'll
now.
do it.
What do you need? Fleet of foot
For
and all
the
that.
needy!
Okay. You're too far away to use that. I don't want to use it, I want to know what it is.
Yes, consider it done.
Within the ripples of the magical pool, you see a distorted demonic valley. A place such as this could only be home to the most foul of beasts. Is it a dimension door or something?
What is my task? I await your word.
Curious. Do I know about all ways to open locked doors? I have never tried to forcing them open because I never thought about it. Actually, everybody stay here.
I'll get on it right away. I'm certain I'm out of sight. None will see me now.
Maligar.
It's just like I thought it would be. Helping others and doing good things.
Oh, those look like normal people to me.
On my honor.
Yes.
It shall be.
I will approach them, guys.
You are welcome in my sight.
Stranger, identify yourself before you come any closer. You came closer. Moth, it appears that I am as trapped as you are and your companions. Trapped indeed. I am Rena, and I and my fellow knights of Solamnia, Onwa, and Ankan have been imprisoned in this strange dungeon for a long time. Knights of Solamnia? We are the Knights of Honor and Good upon Anzalan, a world so far removed from this one. Are there any traps up ahead that I should be wary of? Traps? No, but in the dark rooms of this place I have witnessed horrors. These terrors I loathe to discuss, but if it helps the cause then I shall. When we first arrived here, my fellow knights, and I thought to explore our new surroundings. I wish we hadn't. To the west, we were ambushed by small creatures, children in size but not in appetite. We were hard-pressed to battle our way out of the trap. Perhaps they were halflings? Halflings? Do halflings seek to rip the rent flesh from your body, to swallow your flesh and suck the marrow from your bones? If so, then halflings they may be. You must be careful if you encounter them. They are crafty and a worthy foe of any knight. Fare thee well. Okay. They have no idea what halflings are. So, curious where they come from. Throwing axe and Elben's warding whip. Hello, who are you, buddy?
Good day to you.
Is this place not frightening but wondrous at the same time? By my oath, I have never been to such an interesting domain. Excuse my rudeness, I am Onvok, Knight of the Sword. We are far from my homeland, trapped here so much as you, I suspect. Where might your homeland be? I hail from Anzalan, but I fear I will never see my beloved land again. I am in a place that exists neither here nor there. At least there is much to see, but I long for home. Curious.
Good day to you.
Strangers, be wary. This twisted hell shows no mercy to the weak of spirit. I am Ankan, Knight of the Rose. Do not worry about my spirit. I am more than capable of handling whatever dangers may be held within these walls. Your bravery is commendable, but the wise man often lives long past his more foolhardy comrades. May I offer you a little advice? I always welcome advice. Directly north, you will find a room. Within its walls, it's an oceanic nightmare. Fish that walk as men live there. Beware if you walk that way. Thank you for your advice. So long. Essalas oth mythas.
Something you need?
Alrighty,
You say
guys,
so.
let's go somewhere.
Where
Yeah,
can
do
I
you
be
have
of
use
help,
for this
Sparrow?
thing?
I'd hoped for more.
You have use for this? Kelvin's Warding's Whip. Level 7 magic. When this spell is cast, it dispels one spell protection of up to 8th level affecting the target creature. Every round thereafter will till duration of the spell expires, another spell protection will be removed from the target. The spells affected by Kelvin's Warding Whip are minus spell. Okay. So that's a lot of stuff.
Yes?
Alrighty, in this case,
What is my task?
let's go and
Consider it done.
visit some fishy.
You
Yoshimo!
require whatever you need, I do it well.
What if you don't have someone who can open doors? You could try to force it, I guess. So, here.
Something I'm certain I'm out of sight. Fine.
Want to
On my
see
honor.
stuff now. Oh, Farsight would be kind of handy now, so instead we just kind of reveal the area.
I can hear you.
It should be sufficient though. Sahagin. A Sahagin? Quite a few of those. In fact, at least 4. What is this? The smell of salt water is everywhere, and when you step, your feet sink slightly and water pools about them. This is so strange.
I'm certain I'm out of sight. None will see me now.
Iron Shadow succeeded. Okay,
Yes?
gentlemen.
I will do my best.
Those appear to be creatures that are against us. Let's bless and chant. And then we move. So, first of all, I move. Chatedo is right behind me. Minsk on the side.
My sword while you
I'll
can,
aid you if
Evil.
I can.
I won't be
How
as
can I help? I
gentle.
will do what I can.
Where
You
shall I display? I can dance
stay
on the
here
head of a
for
pin as well.
projectile attacks.
What is my task?
Here we go.
Yes.
I'm certain I'm out of sight. None will see
Are they using range attacks? They are using range attacks. Alrighty.
Yep.
Potato, you care about this guy over here. Minsk and I will go for this one.
Am I needed?
Everybody attack this guy here.
What is it?
You have spells? Oh, you have plus 2, right. Oh, that's a lot more than expected.
Please, let me help.
You don't have chaos this time around, do you? That's a lot more enemies than expected. Potato, you might not be in good shape here. Protection from normal weapon. Oh, that's only for the caster? Oh no, I thought that would be for allies as well. No. That's less than useful. Chaos would be useful. Maybe breach as well to remove buffs and such. Outkill. Well, next time we know. In this case, you haste. Potato. You're casting spells. Remove magic on Moth and Potato. Oh.
I'm
Here.
still here.
Alright. I want you to cast a new bless. Oh, they are not terribly strong, it seems.
I'm ready for anything.
Attack them.
Yes!
Ooh, what are you doing? Oh, I appear to be stunned.
Ooh, that'll
Yeah, they were significantly weaker than expected. Potato is just
Minsk and
making
Rome
short work,
stand
quick work of them. Good job, guys.
something you just give me a sec.
Alrighty. What do we have around here?
Just point me in the right direction.
Bolts, ballistas. This might be interesting. What's that? Stone? Mantles, bolt. Alrighty. Looks like those are all the thingies we have around here. What did we get? A cloak. Let's identify it. Also give the spells over to Nalia. Let's see what those weird gemstones are. Horn coral gem. Also called night coral. Has deep blackened coral. Alright. Green gem and power equalizer. Okay. Yoshimo, you have a bag for those things. Okay, and so we have Summon Genie, level 7 spell. With this spell, the wizard can cajole a genie, a massive genie with powerful abilities to leave the elemental plane of air and enter the prime material. The genie will serve the caster with the duration of the spell, attacking his enemies. That's pretty awesome. Do we have 7th level spells already, actually? I don't think you do. Oh, you don't. You still need to learn those. And here we have Glow of Invulnerability. The spell creates an immobile, faintly shimmering magical sphere around the caster that prevents any first, second, third, or fourth level spell effects from penetrating. I.e., the area of effect of any such spells does not include the area of a globe of invulnerability. Interesting. Identify as we can next time, I guess.
What is my task?
So,
Very well.
those are appear to be no more harm. Alright, haste was an AoE effect. I didn't realize that.
Just ask, and I'll do it.
I keep forgetting that haste is AoE. It tires out the people, but I think it's really, really, really good.
On my honor. Yes?
Hello.
Done.
I killed them. You have returned, and in one piece, SC. What do you need of me? What does Est Sularus Oth Mythos mean? It means my honor is my life, and is an oath that we knights live with every day of our lives. You would be wise to embrace it yourself. Take care.
What is my task? As you ask.
Alrighty. Fair enough. Okay.
I bet that she'll do. I'm certain I'm out of sight. None will see me now.
Halfling warrior? Well, they appear to be
I can hear you
halflings.
well enough.
But that's not what I didn't expect halflings to be there, actually.
On my honor.
I'll aid you. Oh. Giving orders, are we?
I mean, they are halflings, but I didn't expect them. Because they appear to be
I'm certain I'm out of
dangerous.
sight.
What is my task?
None will see me
Here,
now.
Nalia,
Where can I be of most use?
give us another haste spell. Okay, let's go.
On my honor, it shall be.
Yep.
Boom. Halfling warriors are all dead. There appear to be more. And deal with those with ease, it seems.
Yes. Consider it done.
Let's check for more.
What is my task? I await your
Ooh, what is this? Halfling warriors. Still the same.
On my honor.
Let's use Armor of Faith here. A bloodied halfling sits chewing on a human leg bone, still partially covered by dirty leather armor. It looks up, smiles, and says, "More to feast!"
Yes.
I don't think so, buddy. He just runs away.
What is my task?
Oh, he just gets his allies. Oh wow, what is this? Coyardi. Under tier.
Something you need.
Chatedo sees a wizardly thing and just straight up goes for it.
On my honor.
And I would like to have our range party also attack that straight up.
Every hamster has his day.
Mince goes for the...
I hit. My
No
weapon has
use.
no effect.
It's no use. My weapon has no effect.
Uh-oh.
How can I help?
Now I wish I had breach.
In
My
my
weapon has no
father's
effect.
name!
It's no use. My weapon has no effect.
Yes.
Feel the back.
Uh-oh. Off is stunned. N2. Who's N2?
Yep.
Let's take care of N2. Apparently he can do magic damage. Minsk is stunned as well. Only Chatedo is not stunned. Over here.
Am I needed?
Yeah. Kind of. I would like you to use breach, but we don't have breach.
You need.
So this spell magic is
Point me in the right
kind of
direction.
really good right now. Okay. Minsk, you're using the wrong weapon, by the way. Not much I can do about that
Yep.
now.
Something you need.
Near death. N2 is dead.
Just point me in the right direction.
Everybody then go for Togan. Don't kill Minsk here, guys. Minsk is still stunned. This is really awkward.
Such a miss.
You require my counsel, yes?
We can't help Minsk. We can't do anything. Alright, we need to reload this. Okay, we need to be more careful about this. And also, we know now breach is actually going to be useful. I do still don't have the spell here. Because we didn't rest yet. Actually, I wanted to get one breach anyways. Let's get 2 breaches to dispel
Yes.
that so we can actually hurt them.
It shall be.
Such a miss.
Okay.
You asked for it, you know. You asked.
Slay my attacker! Alrighty. You're waiting down here now.
What is my task?
Your task is to heal yourself first of all. Heal yourself. Heal Minsk as well.
On my honor.
So I think Bless just wore off, so we need a new Bless cast. Oh,
Yes.
I did not realize you could minimize those. Interesting.
Consider it
So
done.
let's see. Come over here, buddy. Just pulling one by one because they're not terribly smart. So Togan
I'll get you
decides to come over here all by himself. Magical ball.
What is my task? I will do my best.
So let's see.
On my honor.
I'm going to send
Yes.
you ahead. Actually, no, we should send Chatedo ahead.
Yep, okay.
Because Chatedo, at least we can negate the paralyzation. Okay, alrighty, they are casting spells for buffs. We are out of here, guys. Run. Tactical retreat. Our blessing has worn. Oh, our haste has worn off. And we are all fatigued from the haste.
Something you
Oh,
need?
and people are stunned.
Sure
As
thing.
well.
They immediately casted a stun, AoE stun on us, actually. It's a bit awkward to deal with, but hey. So those are pretty vicious halflings, apparently.
Yep.
And they are actually halflings. Also, that teaches me I need... Huh, as soon as the stun is over, to get... paralysis.
Something you need?
The issue is when Moth himself gets paralyzed, so I cannot actually help him. Hey Kisox, how are you doing? Yeah, we need to go and rest because
How can I help?
haste is not all that great if you need to do something. So this does not really work well for us. Might as well try Chromatic Orb. We don't need that many knocks, I guess. If we need knocks, we'll just get it. Let's go Power Word Sleep to try and prioritize some targets. 2 haste is as good as it gets. So let's have 1 whole person instead. Stone is under the caster, which is unfortunate. Breach, alright.
Just point me in the right direction.
Random question. Who is a good character to play from Cyclones Zetsu 3 for a first playthrough?
Yep.
Any of them really. All of them work.
Something you need?
Basically, because of how it overall works,
Point me in the right direction.
there are certain
Not
easier
accustomed to
compositions.
these long days. Could we stop and rest?
Yes, we will soon. As soon as
Soon, my
Moth
friend.
is no longer
I
stunned.
have no wish to be weary when my skills call for careful
If you
concentration.
say so.
What do you need? I am skilled in avoidance.
So, basically,
I have
if you're
scant
worried
patience,
about...
but both are wearing thin. I'm still here.
Guys, shut up. I need to...
I really could use to rest for a while.
I get it. Shut up, guys. If you really are worried about difficulty of the game, which it's really not too bad,
What is my done?
what I suggest to you is you don't get Angela. That's the only thing I would say. Angela overall is actually not bad at all.
As you ask.
Actually, no, never mind. Angela is fine for casual. Completely fine. Let's rest.
Yes,
Alrighty.
it shall be.
We killed one of those weird thingies. They apparently were no match so far. And there was nothing of interest on the ground so far. Right. We need to send 1 person ahead. Probably just Chatedo, because Chatedo can resist the spells the best.
What
And
is my
we
task?
also have other things that will help us.
On my honor.
Something you got it.
Okay, Potato, I trust you. Come on over here, guys. Wow, what is that? Cast detonate on Potato. That is pretty fancy. We leave Potato in the front here for now.
You
Our
require my
archers
counsel,
can
yes?
help out.
You asked for it, you know.
You two
What is my
stay
task?
here for
Consider
now.
it done.
Such a miss.
Okay, those are only halfling warriors, I think. Yeah, those aren't just 2 warriors. But I'm worried about the stun thingy. Guys, you just stay here. Uninjured. Alrighty. I think Potato is stunned now. Okay, stunned. Alrighty, now we can go. He should have used up his stun,
On
so
my honor.
let's go and go for this. Oh, this is Coyote there.
Yes?
And I want you to remove paralysis on Potato now. Minsk, what are you doing?
Minsk goes, feel the backhand of justice.
What is my task?
Okay. Let's go.
By my honor, you shall not see another day.
Wow. Potato got out hurt pretty bad there.
Ooh, that'll smart.
Here, I want you to cast Breach on that guy.
On my honor.
Are you casting Breach now or not?
I will do what I can.
Okay. Those are pretty powerful wizards. Also, power word sleep. That did not work. Potato is in really bad shape right now. Oh, Potato stunned still. So heal Potato.
Where shall I display my skill and expertise?
Minsk, start using your actually good weapon.
If memory serves.
Or more like your expertise weapon.
Just ask. and
Don't
I'll
you
do
have
it.
hold person? You do. Hold this guy.
Glad to be of assistance.
I should have done hold person and power sleep and those kinds of things before already. Save versus spell. Yeah, heal Potato real fast.
Where can I be of most use?
Whew. Guys,
Is they?
attack it
How
as
can I help?
well. Breach on this thing. Wow. That was pretty brutal fight to say the least. Potato almost died despite having so much magic resistance. Stuns are not to be taken easily. We were all stunned still. Wow. Maybe we would need to have protection from evil or something like that. Can you not heal, please? Can you not heal someone who is stunned? Hello? Can you do anything? Why does that not work? Oh, silenced. Oh,
Just point me in the right direction.
we're silenced here. Okay, but we survived, so that's a plus. Let's see what we have for from those guys. Some bracers that look interesting. Coal, I'm not sure what we do with coal, and a club. Okay. Here, please identify those. Cloak of Protection +1. Armor class +1, saving blows +1. Pretty straightforward. And you can actually use that. Which... the others might just be too far away for them to use that. Alrighty, we go back in here and it will just rest for a while, I guess.
Am I needed?
Can you not give this to other guys, or can they just not use it? To other magical equipment you are currently wearing. Really? How? Well, you can't use that either way. Other magical equipment you are currently wearing. No? What is it that makes it unable to use this? Oh. Basically only one ring of protection and one cloak of protection, or how does this work? There only one magical accessory? That seems strange though. And if I Hands of Takok. Gauntlets of Ogre Power. Hands of Takok. The hands of Takok are exactly that, his very hands. He lost them when he attacked a strange man crossing the spine of the world. The mysterious man turned out to be a mage of incredible power, and used Takok's hands to create this pair of ogre skin gauntlets. Ew. And this increases Minsk's strength just very, very slightly, and also his accuracy and stuff, because Minsk actually has really high strength, 1893, but those gauntlets raise his strength to 1800, so just ever so slightly better. That's kind of crazy. Alrighty, what do we have here? Oh, no more spell charges. Actual hands for gauntlets, that's pretty metal, you could say that. So, we rested until fully healed, and also other stuff. Plus, she actually leveled up, let's see. Nalia leveled up as a mage. Right, she only has basic level thievery. Level 3, level 4, and level 5 mage spells, lore increased by 3. 1 hit point gain, that's not a whole lot. Okay. So, however, she can learn more spells now. I probably should have taught her that before. I think they have one of those, at least one, I guess. Old person might be very handy around these parts. Polymorph other, I don't know. I don't feel like I have use for that. Try to breach. Oh, hang on. Breach. Breach this spells compression target creature. Yeah, the breach should be really good against those. I guess he just resisted the spell earlier. No level 6 spells yet though. That is 1 point better on damage, etc. Not worth it. I mean, we don't have anything else, so I might as well use it. Yes. Ripper +2. This composite longbow has one of many made by a half-elven craftsman whose name has been lost to history. At one time there were several hundred in use, a favorite of scouts who patrolled an Anauroch desert, but many have been lost or destroyed. Only a few are still known to exist, and they see little use to the tremendous strength they require. Okay, it requires 18 strength. Mince could use it, but I don't think it's all that great for him anyways. That's okay.
What is my task?
Alrighty, let's explore that weird sphere a bit further. This seems to be quite the fascinating realm. Panel to open in the door. Yeah, that's what he used. To the power core. Let's see what we have over here. Maybe we should send our stealth ranger ahead. Why are you so far behind? Oh, there's nothing here, it seems. Slightly surprising.
I'm certain I'm out of sight. None will see me now.
Let's see. There seems to be nothing of value here. Okay. Nothing over here.
On my honor.
Let's go, guys.
I can hear you well enough. I'm certain I bet that shall do the trick.
Alrighty, open up the door and have us a peek inside. Ether cap? Sword spider? What else is in here? I don't know what an ether cap is. But I guess we'll just go in there.
Please.
This is where also chaos would be really handy actually, now that I think about it. Maybe we should learn chaos sometime. Or cloud kill? The spell generates a billowing cloud of ghastly yellowish-green vapors that is so toxic as to slay any creature with 4 or fewer hit dice, and causes creatures with 5 to 6 hit dice to roll saving throws versus poison with a -5 penalty to be slain. Holding one's breath has no effect on the lethality of the spell. Those above 6th level or 6 hit dice must leave the cloud immediately or suffer 1d10 hit points of poison damage each round while in the area of effect. Wow. I mean, that's pretty good. But you want to stop the enemies from moving first, I guess. Good morning, Flarestar. How are you doing? Okay, in this case, let's buff up. I'm going to keep Valigar's Bless spell for in combat, in case it gets his spell or something like that.
I'm ready for anything.
Righty.
Consider it done.
Let's go, guys. Just attack the thing, whatever that is. 2000 experience. Sword spider is dead. That thing is dead. All of them are dead. Alrighty.
On my honor.
Let's see, what else do we have here? Just a thing, a ring.
Just ask, and I'll do it.
You get a scroll. Blindness. Level 1 spell. This first level spell temporarily blinds a target. So blinding enemies sounds pretty handy actually at times.
Yes, I will do what is my task.
I will do my task. You heal yourself first of all. And what do we have here? Something on the table?
Just give me a sec.
Ooh, throwing thing is coal, more coal. Book and some more stuff. Golem building book. Huh. Interesting. Finally, I've created a guardian golem that is specifically suited for the challenging task of cleansing my sphere of planar creatures. It is exceedingly efficient in combat, having just recently destroyed a score of Dretch and Chasm demons, though it was damaged in the encounter. These notes will serve as a reminder to me on the proper method of constructing the golem should it be destroyed. Note to self, avoid engaging other planar creatures. The exercise is quite difficult and better left to the golem. The standard golem requires 2 legs, 2 arms, and a head. Be wary of some denizens of the sphere does not steal any of my spare golem pieces. It would be frustrating to have to actually track down the pieces myself. The most difficult task comes after the pieces are assembled. In the workroom, to activate the golem, you must... Unfortunately, the page's passes point are burned, and their words can no longer be deciphered. Well, we killed the golem. I'm sorry about that. And... this appears to be a control panel relating to this creation of an iron golem. A partially completed golem stands lifeless in a tube against the panel. The golem is missing an arm and a head, so we just need to find a head, I guess.
Yes.
Then we can create a golem. So there's a door to the right, maybe to the power core, whatever that means, and the door to the north. And let's just rush in there. You'll have buffs active. What are those? Tybela. Halfling warrior. And Necri. Alrighty.
Something you need.
You go straight for... this looks like a spellcaster. You try to cast Hold Person on this one. What did Tybela do? Because Tybela is gone. Aced it. Critical hit averted by Helmet. Chatero. Nice. Halfling warriors are dead. Okay.
How can I help?
You are invisible
Always willing
now,
to
aren't
try.
you? We would need to have dispel invisibility. In fact, I should probably spread out my party
Am I needed?
in order to avoid like an AoE spell or so.
I'll certainly try.
A dangerous mistake.
Try to breach the magic.
Ooh, that'll.
Aha! Takes 54 piercing damage from Jatato. Oh boy. Combat protections dispelled.
Please, let me.
Very good. Minsk. Oh god. Can I not dispel whatever it is affecting you? No, but I can hold person on Minsk. So he stops doing that. Oh, there we go.
Ready for anything.
On my honor.
Yes!
Guys, you want to attack as well here. Come on.
I'm ready.
So be it.
Think.
I am your doom. Yes,
Alrighty.
very well.
Ladies and gentlemen, get out of this room. Minsk is berserkering again.
Done.
We don't need to engage in combat with Minsk. That would just be silly. This is so silly. Okay. Let's just heal up to full. And who leveled up, by the way? Oh, Yoshima leveled up.
What do you need? I am skilled in avoidance.
Yoshima, the bounty hunter. We could dual class him. To what? I'm not sure. Let me save real quick and see what happens if I
You require my counsel, yes?
do that. What happens if I dual class? Are you sure you want to dual class this character? Sure. Dual classing is a significant change to your character. Please be sure you have read to understand the following as well as the description given in the manual. Dual classing is an ability that only humans have. It is the process by which you stop advancing in your current class and begin advancing in the second class. You will retain the benefits and abilities of the first class at its current level, but from then on you will only gain experience in the second. In order to become dual class, you must be at least second level in your current class. Your character must have scores of 15 or higher in the primary prerequisites of the current class, and scores of 17 or more in the primary prerequisites of the class you wish to change to. Some classes cannot be combined due to alignment conflicts or inherent restrictions. Within Baldur's Gate 2 Enhanced Edition, all resulting mixes must be viable multi-class combinations as well. Dual-class characters have much the same requirements as multi-class characters. You must abide by the restrictions for the individual classes. For example, a mage combination cannot cast spells while wearing armor, a thief combination cannot use thieving skills by wearing armor other than leather, and a cleric or druid combination cannot use weapons that their ethos does not allow. When you gain a level, you will have the option to change to a second class, provided you have the prerequisites and do not have any alignment conflicts. Your first class becomes inactive, and you begin again at first level with 0 experience points in your second class. From then on, you progress on this as a single class character in your new class. Once you have changed to a second class, you cannot go back to the first. Your first class will forever remain at its current level. You will be able to use these abilities of your first class until you have attained one level higher. Oh, you will be unable to use the abilities of your first class until you have attained one level higher in your new class. For example, if you were a 10th level mage and switched to a fighter, you would not be able to use your mage abilities again until you reach 11th level as a fighter. Oh boy. The experience cap important. The experience cap in Baldur's Gate is 88 million experience for single characters experience. Points from both of dual class character classes count towards this total. Please be sure that there are sufficient points left available to allow you to progress high enough in your second class. If you are level 14 in your current class, it is very likely you will not be able to reach the level 15 in the second class. The game will not still allow you to duel if you wish, but you may not be able to access your previous class abilities within Baldur's Gate 2 Enhanced Edition. This may result in difficulties in the game later on. Class, he could become a fighter. Skills. We could give him new abilities here. So, in this case, I'm not going to dual class Yoshimo, I don't think. Or I could. What do you think, guys? Should I dual class Yoshimo, or what should we do?
You point where Minsk goes.
Okay, Minsk is back to
evil
normal.
stands aside.
So we have a little dagger that seems magical, and strange contraptions overall.
I'm ready.
So basically, Yoshimo currently is a bounty hunter level 11. He would be get to level, well, 12. And the fighter abilities he could not use here is bounty hunter abilities until level 11, level 12 on the fighter, which is fine. We don't really use those anyways. Personally, I didn't because he wanted him as a thief. It's just kind of, he doesn't really get much in terms of open locks, I guess. I can't... Do they automatically level up here? As in, he is currently my thief in the party. That is just what he is. You would not? I should not deal class? Alrighty, we leave Yoshimo as it is. My first hunch was just kind of, let's do it, but I guess people just kind of say, let's not do it. We'll not do it. Alright, what are those contraptions? This furnace requires coal for it to work.
Swords, not words.
Why would I use the coal? I mean, we have coal on Yoshimo. Also, let's just level up in this case. Oh, there we go. We can finally put more skills in there. Find traps, I think, is the most important thing he can do. Open locks, we have the knock spell if necessary. Set traps would be really handy. I would like to remove those. I don't care about those. Set traps would be really handy, but we only really use those in specific situations. And he finally gets another ability point here. So he currently has katanas. He cannot get more than 1 point in each thingy. Short bow, dart sling, crossbow, core stuff. We could give him a crossbow. And at least we have use for the bolts that we find and stuff. Sword and shield style, 2 weapon style, single weapon style. So nothing looks terribly interesting right here. Maybe crossbow. At least he would be able to be competent in using a crossbow then, if we ever find a good one again. So, who has coal, guys? Coal. We have coal. Give this to Yoshimo. The random dots, we probably want to identify those. Start of wounding. Those are pretty good, right? Yeah, we already had those. We have more coal now. We have 3 pieces of coal, which is, I guess, all we need. Hey, Yoshimo, activate the furnace. Oh god. Fire elementals. This furnace has now been activated from the flames. A fire elemental forms and attacks. Hi.
How can I help?
Use this thing.
Pay attention.
My weapon has no
You'll get
effect.
no second chance.
2 acid damage from Nalia.
You require my counsel, yes?
Use frost arrows, Yoshimo. That makes the most sense. You...
What is my task?
I want to cast bless here.
My weapon has no effect. My weapon has no effect.
My casting has been interrupted.
Casting has been interrupted, that's not fun.
Minsk.
Here, Minsk, use your weird axe.
Yep.
Potato, use your other halberd.
A dangerous mistake.
Ooh, Potato's dealing damage now.
My weapon has no effect.
The weapon has no effect. Alrighty, acid is no good. So you end as well, no attack. Actually, just use your sword here. Okay. Destroyed. Why would we do that?
Where shall I display my skill and expertise?
The furnace is now
On
functioning.
my honor.
Okay, why do we need to start up
Fleet of
those
foot
thingies?
and all that. Yes.
Alrighty. Oh. Oh. Good job, Yoshimo.
So Yoshimo is willing.
Map found. Very good job, Yoshima. I did not realize that would be a thing. So, yes.
What is my task?
Let's chant. Then deal with the next fire elemental that I assume is going to come out. Furnace requires coal for it to work. We do have coal.
You're right behind me, right?
There it is. Okay, Yoshima, get away.
On my honor.
You attack.
Something you
Potato,
need.
you are my destroyer here.
Every hamster
You attack.
has his day.
I'll aid you if I can.
You attack.
You've thought this
Am I
through.
needed?
No, actually.
I will do
What do you
I
need?
can.
I am skilled in avoidance.
Feel
You
the
are very
backhand
well.
of justice.
I hit to no effect. I hit to no effect.
Okay, Yoshima,
Yes.
then. I guess not. So, how much damage does Valigar deal? It doesn't look like he deals any damage. Oh. No, he doesn't seem to hit anything.
Very well.
Alrighty. Yoshima, activate the last one. Let's go.
Where shall I display your cutter?
Is there fire elementals? Yes, we have coal. So everybody can attack this thing now. Okay, Valigar does 1 poison damage with his weapon. Okay, we have activated the furnaces.
On my honor. Done. Yes.
Okay, in this case, let's just heal up real quick. And then see what's in the next room.
As you ask.
Yoshima, right? Traps. Trap sprung. There was a trap indeed. These massive gears serve no discernible purpose. Interesting. Greetings to you, Marty Renzoku, and also greetings to you, Alrai. How are you guys doing?
You must watch your every move in a place such as this. Dark, foul magic is drawn to these pits
On my
like
honor.
flies.
I agree. Let's cast. Can't bless, so you're prepared for anything, hopefully.
Yes. It shall be.
Let's see, what do we have in here? Oh. Clay Golem was the rough one, right?
Glory will be
Something
ours
is
to
wrong
kill.
here.
A dangerous mistake.
I'll get you yet.
Okay, Yoshima cannot hit it,
Serves.
apparently.
Something is wrong here.
Yeah, you can't hit it.
Glad to be of assistance.
Alright, that was nice and easy.
What is my task?
The device in this room appears to be like the inside of a clock.
Consider it done.
How do we know what an inside of a clock looks like? Also, does this need to be closer?
A den of stinking evil. Cover your nose, boo. We
On my
will
honor.
leave
I
no
await your
crevice
word.
untouched.
Okay, what is this? More coal? Golem head, now we have what do we need? A card gem, arrows. Those are pretty special arrows. Here, you would like to identify those?
What is my task?
Oops. Arrow of Piercing. This arrow is long and thin, imbued with magical properties that allows it to push itself through armor, striking toward the heart of the victim. Plus 6 piercing damage. Wow. Very special dagger. Stiletto of Demarchus. Most who take up the trade of murder for hire do so for reasons other than personal pleasure, but not so the Lady Demarche. She took special pleasure in the torture of her targets, which is why she made this dagger. With but one touch of its polished blade, an opponent was rendered immobile, incapable of so much as screaming, yet the victim would watch and feel all that happened to them. While her opponent was thus held, the lady would slowly bleed them, and sometimes taking several hours before allowing her subject to succumb to the final agony of death. Wow. The lady finally fell victim to her own evil, disarmed by a rival and struck by her own stiletto. Her fate was soon sealed. Combat abilities, 20% chance to hit a target must save for his death or be held for 2 rounds. Wow. That's actually pretty good.
On my honor.
Isn't this the guy the Call Wizard wants you to get for them? Yes, indeed. And there's an entire story behind that, Onjur.
It shall be.
So we got a golem head out of this. And more coal. Well, I guess it's time to go and create a golem or so? I don't know. We probably want to rest before we create a golem.
Yes?
Here, we close this door.
Consider it done.
Before we rest. Alrighty, Golem is now complete. You may activate it if you wish. The golem awakes, and it's transported out of the machine.
Stupid mousetraps await our toes in the dark.
Garden golem. This servant detects an intruder. It must be destroyed. Oh. It opens up the door. Let me guess. Oh. It appears I have successfully assembled the golem sorts, which has run off to do battle with a nearby beholder. Oh. Let me get. I figured that it would actually open a door I could not otherwise open.
I will do my best.
Let's see. Do I need to assist the golem? 6 damage taken. I did not pay attention. What is it? Ancient writing encircles the floating obsidian sphere. These 4 runes are the key to opening the door to the lower levels. Touch each rune in the correct order, fail, and be punished by the guardian. Oh, I just stepped on one of the runes, didn't I?
On my honor, yes.
Yoshimo,
So
detect
this
traps,
ain't
please.
Nothing dangerous, I would hope.
I don't know whether it's dangerous, you tell me. Apparently this is going to go further over here. This is curious. Do we have another Farsight?
Yes.
We do not. I want Farsight. This is so silly. I keep switching back and forth between heal and Farsight and stuff like that.
I can dance on the head of a pin as well.
Elder Orb attacks Guardian Golem. Takes crushing damage. What is an Elder Orb? A voice sounds within your head. Wizard, your sphere is not a fitting grave. Your golem be damned. I shall escape. Beholder. Elder Orb. Oh, that's an Elder Orb? Can we attack it so we gain some experience too? So this thing might have been really crazy powerful. In defeat. I think we only get the experience if we deal the last damage. Yeah, we didn't get experience from it. Oh. Good job, Golem, I guess. We probably could have gotten some experience from this, but I'm okay with this. Touch the runes in the correct order, you say. Yoshimo, can you find the runes order or something like that? Good job, buddy. There are no more intruders. This servant may rest for a time. Alrighty, let's see what we have here. Body of someone. Reach spell? I'd be useful to have a scroll of kinds. Right. Right. We didn't get anything interesting from this. I kind of expected that almost. There's a door. Alright, everybody, come over here.
Well. Yes?
Don't step on the runes.
Done.
I don't know the order of the runes yet. basically, we probably could have dealt with that thing straight up as well, but that might have been really difficult. I'm really tempted to just reload so I could deal with it myself, but oh well, we ascended the golem, it helped us. Whatever.
What is my task?
Just point me in the right direction.
On my honor.
Let's
as
see
you
what we
ask.
have in here.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
It shall be.
Yoshimo.
You require my... Hi-ya! The tourists love that stuff.
Any traps in sight?
Yes, consider it done. Where shall I I can
Doesn't
dance
look
on
like
the head
it.
of a pin as well.
Oh,
You are the ones who have caused the sphere to travel once again. You fools! I was close to escaping! Lavak! You will die, mortals. You and your kind have stood in my way for far too long.
You will not pass. I shall fulfill my family's vow and end your hideous life once and for all.
And your intrusion has caused the sphere to leap back to my own dimension. I have been denied the material plane. I will have my revenge.
whoa.
What is my task?
Don't. Sorry,
What is
I need a blessing here.
If memory serves...
Yoshimi will probably be the first target of him.
I'm ready for
Here, I would like to have haste.
So this night?
Yoshimo, no holding back here. Here's your good arrows.
Armored, sharpened, and raring to go.
Tack.
Yep.
And do you... dart of wounding. Let's try darts of stunning. Maybe we can stun him.
It's no use.
hit.
My weapon has no
No
effect.
effect?
Okay. The weapon has no effect.
Just ask, and I'll do it. Always willing to try.
Okay. Try to use breach. On him.
I hit. To no effect?
No use. It's no use.
Oh my
My
god,
weapon has
Mince,
no
get out of
effect.
there.
Jump on my sword while you can, evil. I won't be as gentle.
Our word stun on Mince.
On my honor.
Yeah, about that. Stop stunning Mince.
Something you need?
Where can I be of most...
hit.
No use.
To no
My weapon
effect?
has no effect.
Okay, combat protection dispel, specific protection dispel, spell protection dispelled. Good job, Nalia. Now I try to hold him.
Yes? Embarrassing.
22 damage piercing damage from Chateto. Chateto, drink a potion here.
What is my task?
Mince should hopefully be no longer stunned. I try to cast Whole Person. Mince could try to get away.
Live by the sword. Live a good long time.
Okay, what happened now? Protected by mantle. Alrighty. Spell failed. Casting failure. Skeleton skin.
How can I help?
You need breach again. Oh, that's not correct. Here, we need to use... Have you used breach?
Yep.
You keep hitting. Also, apparently he dispelled our magic too. Okay, I would like you to attack as well sometime.
Hit.
No
Things
use.
are going
My
well for
weapon
us.
has no effect.
Swords, not
It's a
words.
dangerous path, but we manage well for ourselves.
Oh, okay.
On my honor. I hit.
No
No
effect.
use. My weapon has no effect.
Get a sword?
Something
No
you
effect
need?
again. Wait until breach hits.
I hit.
No use. My weapon has no
Okay,
effect.
breach hit
Am I
again.
needed?
Who has the scroll for breach, guys? We need that. Here, Nalia. We actually use scrolls now. Just use another breach right away. We actually managed to deal damage to him once he is dispelled. Boom.
Where am I? The force that possessed me is gone.
Alrighty, we got it. So that breach spell is incredibly valuable against someone who has crazy defensive protection spells. Also, Minsk was almost dead, but not quite. He survived.
What is this? Some manner of trick?
Who might you be? I can barely see you. I am your descendant, Lavok. I'm Valigar Korthala, and I will not allow you to take my body to extend your life. Since you yet live, I shall end it now. Korthala. Yes, I remember this now. My family. Oh, I am dying. Valigar Korthala. Of that you can be certain. Nothing would bring me greater relief. Eh? I warn you, Necromancer, I shall not be fooled. Nor do I intend to fool you, young one. I have been imprisoned in my own mind by that strange force for half an eternity. Death would be a blessing. Are you trying to tell me that you are not evil? That you are not the sorcerer who preyed upon his own family as a ghoul would, whose legacy has haunted my family always? No, no. I am he. I am all those things that you have said and more. I have spent half an eternity keeping that force from prying the secrets of the sphere from my mind. I could not unleash it upon my home. Thank you for ending its existence. And this should redeem you for all you have done? I say it is a fitting punishment. Indeed, it is. I have had years of pain and anguish to consider my sins. I can offer you nothing other than my sorrow, Valigar. If I have brought you pain, if I could call it all back, if I could go back and convince the man I once was that the sphere was a mission of pride and doomed to failure. But I cannot. Death shall release me soon enough from my overlong life. I would ask one thing of you, Valigar Korthala, although I know you have no reason to grant it to me. I don't... What would you ask of me? I would wish to see the sky of my homeworld one final time. To be at peace, knowing that I have died in a place that I was born so long ago. I am dying, and I wish to die there, under my own sun. In return, I shall tell you how to return the sphere to our own plane. I am glad that you entered the sphere when you did. I was able to keep from the force the fact that the sphere had defense against intrusion. It would automatically travel to another plane. A trap that would allow me to deal with the intruders at will. But there was another time. Bring me home, Valigar Korthala, and I will tell you how. This is not a trick. It is no trick, my descendant. I have no strength left for tricks, nor any desire. I humbly beg it of you. You are not the man I expected, Lavok. I shall do as you ask. Very well. The sphere is powered by the heart of a powerful demon. Our last trip now would have depicted the power source of the last heart of the sphere had. The last heart the sphere had. You need to go out into the plane and acquire the heart of another demon. I know not how, but you must. Bring the heart to the engine room of the sphere and place it inside the column there. I will preset the controls while you are gone. But go quickly, Valigar. There are things that will stir in the planes and take notice of the sphere now that it is gone. Go, and I will try to hang on long enough.
Yes?
Curious.
What is my task? On my honor, it shall be.
You must find the heart of a demon. You must.
It must be strong enough to power a sphere. Go, half-orc. Oh. I'll definitely want to heal up here. I mean, I should hurry, right? But my party is not really much in a condition to do such things right now. The meaning of the controls that surround this station is too complicated to even begin to comprehend. There are multiple doors out here. What a curious sight. Let's rest.
What is my task? I will do my best.
That was interesting. Shall we go outside? Oh boy, spore colony, uninjured? Where are we now? Well, in a different plane, I guess.
Minsk and Boo stand ready.
Ooh, that was smart.
On my honor.
It's split up into multiples. Mechanoids.
Yeah.
I don't know what those clouds are, but they don't seem friendly. Also, apparently that sphere over there keeps casting new spells. Let's try Power Word Sleep on it.
Oh, not scared little me, are ya?
I think Minsky is confused again.
What is my task?
Guys, kill that thing. Straight up. Minsk is stunned. Oh, he's confused.
Yeah.
I'll get you yet.
Moff is also confused.
Glory will be ours today.
Weapon unusable because he changed arrows, I get it. Alrighty. Alrighty.
Yep.
I think those
Sure
clouds
thing.
slow people down, which is fine, because those two clowns are just kind of running around aimlessly right now. What is this?
I bet that shall do the trick.
Oh, curious. Potion, things, health, bullets.
Every stand back for justice.
They don't drop anything.
On my
Alrighty,
honor,
we are back to
yes?
normal, it seems.
Very well. What is my task?
Need to heal Potato here. Heal Potato again.
I'm ready for anything.
What was that one? One of lightning, right. Alrighty, that was something. I don't know what this kind of area was here, but it appears to be that's all of it.
Done.
Maybe that was inside the sphere, but I would not necessarily know about that. The different exits. Might be an exit over here, I don't see. Oh, there's a thing over there.
Yes, it shall be.
Locked. Yoshima.
I am ready, I think. Fleet of foot and all that.
Lockpick failed.
Just ask,
Lady?
and I'll do it.
Knock it open.
What is my task? Consider it done.
3000 gold. Pretty strong bolts, apparently. Gems and more things. Handy. Here we go, lady. You have spells. Here you go, Yoshimo, for random gemstones. I don't need right now, probably. Stuff to sell. Go for you. Coal. Yoshimo, you may have bolts eventually. Bolts of biting. Huh. Yeah, we probably want to switch to a crossbow for him sometime, so we don't all have the same weapon type. I'll just put those into the bag. Also, why do you have this? Give this over to her. Spell Thrust. Oh, level 3 spell. When this spell is cast, this spell all of the spell projections 5th level or lower affecting this. Don't fail that. I needed that. Emotion. Hopelessness. Oh god. When this spell is cast, the wizard can disturb the emotional state of those around him. The effect of this inflicts feeling of hopelessness upon the enemies within the visual range of the castles. The creature will lay down where they stand and give over all their will to higher power. Sometimes they can be heard to exclaim things such as, I lay down and die, or I'm going home. This will last for the normal duration of the spell, upon which they are returned back to normal. That is pretty brutal.
On my honor.
Okay. Malok. Sorry for resting for so long, but well, we needed to rest up. Let's see. Are we on the...
It shall be.
Let's go back, guys.
Yes?
Before we go in there, we...
What is my task?
Oh,
Where
shoot.
can I be of most use?
It just followed me.
On
That
my
was
honor.
unexpected. Here,
Aye.
I need a
Something
blessing.
you need?
Potato immediately attacking here.
How can I help?
Okay, you attack them. Everybody's attacking
Yes.
afterwards anyways.
I'll get you yet.
Consider it done. What is
Okay.
my task? I will do my best.
That's it?
Yes.
I expected those to be actually strong. Apparently we're not. Yoshima,
What do you need? I am skilled in avoidance.
Am I
lady.
needed?
On my honor.
I expected those to be strong, but
Very well.
they were super weak apparently in comparison. So you have more gems for your gem back. Those are random rings. I don't think they are magical.
What is my task?
Do we have here? Ooh.
Please, I'll certainly try.
Grab all of those at this point. I think there are also some throwing darts which we have no real use for. Battle axe. Battle axe of Molitar. During the Tetherian Civil War, the Battle Axe of Molitar was in the possession of the House Ossind. This noble family was betrayed while trying to flee the country, and Molitar, lead guard and personal friend, took up the axe and sacrificed himself to buy enough time for his companions to flee. His battle cry was favored by the gods and was echoed across the lands as a symbol of devoted friendship and loyalty. Thus the magical axe was used to uphold these virtues against those who lacked honor and courage. Alright. That's pretty fancy, I guess. Don't really have anyone who uses those, to say the least. Here you can have that maybe. Then we have leather armor. Protector of the Second. The Mist of Shadows were an elite group of elven rangers that roamed the Carmentor wood and were the bane of bandits and most monsters alike. This particular armor was worn by Indira Lakhan, one of this group's most highly decorated officers and second in command. The suit is named for her, though how come to part her company is unknown. Okay, we don't have any use for this, so Yoshimo, you carry those things. Dart +1, we don't need those. Bolts. Actually keep the bolts. For Yoshima, Ninjato +1. Scimitar Wakizashi Ninjato. Here, actually, that seems to be better than what he has. Or is it? Nope. It's not. Unless we had a two-handed thingy. So maybe we keep it for him. But that would require him to level up again. Never mind. Here, you can carry this. Stiletto. Arrows of piercing. Probably going to give this to you for when we need stronger arrows sometime. I'll use those for now. Okay, we do have over 20,000 gold again in case we need them. Because he might not be in good companionship with the cold wizards after this. So, what is this room here? Is that it? That's not what I expected.
As you ask.
So, we need to go outside, it said? Guess we need to go outside for now. Been over there.
You must gather your party before venturing
Oh.
forth.
Oh, that's not what I expected. Or is it? It is, never mind. Navigator's room. Power core. An open door, an exit. I think we need to go to the exit here in order to get anywhere. Probably. As in, we have changed planes apparently. For anyone who does not know what a plane is, it's not a thing to fly around. The sphere is a thing to fly around apparently, between planes. A plane is like the elemental air of... the elemental plane of air. Like there where air elementals and genies and all those kinds of things are. Or the elemental plane of earth, where earth elementals and kind of the related things are. They are basically in Baldur's Gate and many games there are kind of plenty of planes, so to speak, that... Oh yeah, I closed that door. Kind of a lot of elemental planes that... Let's just go down here first to see. We can open it. No, we need to step on the ruins in order. Either way, in Baldur's Gate there are various elemental planes of various kinds, so to speak. And, well, some of them we are entering right now because we are no longer in the realm where is. You can consider this to be kind of like different dimension. Greetings to you, Thormops. How's it going? As also greetings to you, Kettenheinz. Welcome. Oh, thank you, Play Polite. If you press 0, you can select all characters.
Yes? What is my task?
Convenient. Does that work also with numpad 0? No, numpad 0 doesn't work.
Yes?
That's unfortunate. Let's see. What do we have here? We need to kill a demon. Or so in order to get his heart.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Oh yeah, we are not in the same place anymore. We are outside the sphere.
Consider it done.
Are we conveniently just kind of on the plane of demons? Oh. Imp, uninjured.
On my honor.
Well, let's go.
Just point me in the... If you say so.
So what is that here? Salamander?
Yes?
That's not
Something
right.
is wrong here.
A solid hit.
In my father's
Ooh,
name.
that'll smart.
Alrighty.
I
Nothing
will
they
do my
dropped
best.
of particular interest. I guess we just wander on for now. Just exploring the area. Oh, hi. Tanari. Despair, mortal, for you have disturbed my rest.
Yep.
Righty. Potato.
Armored, sharpened, and raring to go.
Yes.
You require my counsel, yes?
You two
you well
attack this thing over there.
I'm ready for anything.
You, I want to power word sleep this thing over there.
What is my task?
And I want to chant. Actually, let's get
Oh,
My
you're
weapon has
some more faith
no
first.
effect.
A hit to no effect, that is
something you need.
less than
Got
ideal.
it.
My weapon has no effect.
What are you, Minsk? Health. Oh,
Just
uh-oh.
point me in the right
People
direction.
are health.
Just ask, and I'll do it.
I don't have a dispel for this. What do we have for this? Chaos.
My weapon has no effect. My weapon has no effect.
Okay.
I'll aid you if I can.
We need better arrows for this. You attack those things. Minsk, don't die here, but there's nothing I can do about that right now. Chaos definitely helped, but... Minsk dead! Can't accept! We need to revive Minsk, and we don't have anyone who can revive. Eskas Nord subscribed for 2 rounds in a row. Hey, welcome back, Eskas Nord. Welcome back, Kenwell.
It shall be.
I'm glad you enjoy your stay. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate that. Oh, okay.
What is my task?
Chant. I would like to have a priest or a cleric in the back row that can remove stun and Moth not always get affected by stun. That would be really lovely, actually.
How
So
can I help?
we need haste. Magically, we kind of know that there's enemies ahead, guys.
On my honor. Consider it done.
Let's go. And you also
I'm still
need
here.
magical arrows, preferably. We are actually running out of magical arrows, curiously enough. I was not aware of this. Here, use those for now. So, okay. Let's do this, guys.
I am ready, I think. Yes, I will do my best. What is my
He's not
task?
attacking me immediately this time. That's so weird.
Yep.
Attack.
You point, I punch.
Attack.
What do you need? I am skilled in avoidance.
Attack.
Am I needed?
Maybe. Attack.
Aye? Something you need?
Attack.
On my honor.
Attack.
You
I shall
asked
make
for it,
this
you
quick
know.
for you.
Okay.
Please, let me help.
Does chaos only affect enemies, by the way? I hope so.
I'll
Well.
get you yet.
Silence? Ah. Oh,
Something you
you're stunned
need.
again and there's nothing you can do about
Just
that, I don't
point
think.
me in the right direction.
Except the big dude seems to be dead or so. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, chaos.
Something you. Oh, not scared little me, are ya?
Here, use your melee weapons as well. Wow, he's actually really good at melee weapon thing. Imp near death. It is so brutal if my cleric gets done because I don't have any outs for that. Oh yeah. Mustache Bike subscribed for 15 rounds in a row. Hey,
Yes.
that's a really long time. Mustache Bike, welcome back. I'm glad you enjoy your stay. Thank you so much. So, this is the Demon Heart. Well, we already got one. We still want to explore this plane a little bit. Seems interesting, but also
What is my
dangerous.
Yes.
Let's see. I did not mean to disturb your rest, I apologize, but he also did not need to attack me. For that. Okay, that apparently was it over there. Let's go back. Oh, let's go up here. Oh, we also should rest now, guys. Because that was apparently kind of necessary. Did I fight any dragons yet? We killed a shadow dragon. Yes. Basically, we were supposed to sneak past that, but I kind of wanted to fight it anyways. And after a few attempts, we managed to get it. Yeah. Hope you're doing well, Mustache Bike. How are you doing? How's it going? So what we got from that is, Yoshima has it. This thing here, the Chrome Fair Scroll.
On my honor.
So,
Very well.
yeah, it's a thing. Lady, what are you doing down there? Not sure whether we can go any further than this. Oh, we can. Enough. Have to apparently go around or so? Oh, it's down. Oh, this is a place below. I see. This is kind of strange.
I can hear you. You've thought this through.
No. Would I? Oh, there's just more of those.
You require my counsel, yes?
Uh-oh.
I'm ready for anything.
Yes.
Just point me in the
Anybody?
right direction.
not words.
Actually,
my task
you go over here and help out.
Where shall I
Yoshimo.
display
Just
my
ask,
skill and
I will
expertise?
do
You
what I
help
can.
out Yoshima as well.
I'll aid you if I can.
Attack this thing.
Minsk and Boo stand ready. On my honor.
Oh, not scared little me, are ya?
If memories, I can dance on the head of a...
Okay, try to get away from there. Yoshima, you are not in good
Where
company.
can I be of most use?
I want you to cast Chaos here. Also, we get those.
What is it?
You cast attack this thing here.
Such a miss. A good hit.
Okay,
Yes?
you guys attack now.
To battle and victory.
Okay, those guys are
What is my
stunned, kind of
task?
as expected actually.
As
I need
you
to go
ask.
back and unstun at least Chatedo here.
Things are going well for us, yes?
Something is wrong
It's a
here.
dangerous path, but we manage well for ourselves. On my honor.
Yep. Something
You need to drink a potion here.
So Disney?
Attack this.
Hmm?
You're still fighting this guy.
Not to, just point me in the right direction.
Drink another potion, please.
Something is wrong
Not to
here.
dampen it. Yep.
Potato, get away
Something
from
you-
there.
Okay.
They really don't like Chatedo for some reason. Alrighty, we need a bless here actually.
I'm still here.
Yes?
Just point me in the right direction.
Oh.
Such a miss.
Oh.
Spell interrupted?
What is my
No,
task?
spell was not interrupted.
Aye. Something you need?
Did you kill this thing by now? Oh god.
I am ready, I think.
How can I help?
We need haste.
Oh.
Such a miss.
Yep.
Stop scrolling the screen, please.
On my honor.
Yeah,
By my
not
honor,
so
you shall not... Oh. Oh.
Okay,
I can hear you well.
guys going down.
Yes? What do you need? I am
Yoshima
skilled.
somehow survives being
You
attacked by
require
those
my
Am I
counsel,
needed?
yes?
monsters there. Probably not for much longer. Here.
I require assistance with my... What is my task? Oh. On my honor.
Did that soon? Battle injured, kind of.
Please, let me help.
You kill it by now? Oh god. Near death. Alrighty, he is soon done with this thing.
I'm ready for anything.
Then I want you to power word sleep. Thing.
I require assistance, yes?
Noticed. Kill this thing soon. Oh, another thing there. That doesn't help us.
What is my task?
Drink another potion.
Oh.
Oh, oh. That was not good. We need to buff up before we go anywhere there, it seems. Also, all I can see is just kind of more demons over there. It doesn't seem terribly pleasant. Also, there's the sphere over here, which is actually pretty interesting. I didn't realize there was a sphere in the middle of the slums for some reason. It's kind of, oh, that's what I mean is a sphere. A thing. Gigantic circle thing. It's right there. So. Oh. Just a lonely imp.
I shall not yield to you. To no effect?
Something
Yeah.
is wrong
ready,
here.
I think.
Yoshima, stop using the bow. It's kind of pointless right now.
I'm still here.
Use the melee weapon.
How can I help?
You don't even need weapons, lady. You just need to be ready to use
Am I
other stuff.
needed?
Yes, consider it done.
I don't want you to attack, lady. Salamander, we can deal with it.
I shall not yield to you.
Lady, don't go there.
Ugh. What is my task?
Okay.
I will do my best.
Resistance of fire damage from it. So I guess those are just going to be random demons everywhere. Probably. Probably not so random, just kind of in specific places. Alrighty, we can deal with this little imp.
In my father's name!
I'll get you yet!
Okay, okay. Cannot save during combat, but you can save afterwards. I kind of want to explore just a little bit more here, just because we can.
On my honor.
So, we need Chant. And a Bless right after. And also some haste.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes.
Kill this thing, except you
Just
don't
ask.
go
Glad
ahead.
to be of assistance.
A hit to no effect?
Okay. Here, chaos. Alrighty, 2 are stunned, Baligar and Moth, that is bad. Yes,
Yep.
Potato, you go over and... no, actually,
Something you need.
everybody should stay on one target.
Ooh, that's
Just so we
smart.
basically clean up one by one enemy. Not moral failure is trying to run. Stop hitting on
Just point me in the right direction.
Yoshimo. Why are you using... Please, Yoshimo, come on. No, that's just silly.
Yep.
Oh,
Something you
what?
need.
Ah, Yoshimo died. You can't die, dude. That doesn't work.
It shall be. I am ready, I think. I can dance on the head of a pin as well.
How can I help?
I'm still here.
Am I needed?
Yes, you're needed. Chaos.
Ugh, such a miss.
Oh. Yes.
Heal yourself.
Yahey!
Okay,
What is my task?
I go over
Consider it
here
done.
now and kill this thing.
Please, I will do what I can.
Except for
On my
you,
honor, I
you
will
stay
do my
away
best.
to remove paralyzation
ready
once it
for
hits.
anything.
Because it will hit. Except for Chatedo. Chatedo never gets hit by anything, it seems. Which is the entire point of a Wizard's Lair, I guess. Why are you
Yes,
going?
yes.
Stay
A
here.
good hit.
Ah!
Oh wow, Nalia saves for the spell. She did not get stunned, I guess.
Ah! Yahey! What do you
Yoshimo,
need fleet of foot
back.
and all that?
Okay, we have another Demon Heart and Isle Gem. I think Yoshima really should not go into melee combat. That seems highly unhealthy for him. Here, you have a bow again, buddy. That is not so healthy for you. Yeah. Oh, he's silenced. Not too bad. Yoshima just say, stay at range. Can I pick that up? I guess not. Oh, hi. Mauresi? Oh god. Retreat. We need to re-bless and stuff. Poison damage from Baligar. Entire time. Pretty interesting actually. How much longer are they going to be like that? We can just rest, I
What is
guess.
my task?
That's probably faster for us.
Just ask
Real time
and I'll do
anyways.
it.
You probably want to get your bow back. So if you attack, you accidentally... If you accidentally attack, you're at least not going to be in melee
On my
combat. So here... Bless and chant.
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Very well.
Except
What
for
is my
you, Moth.
task?
You stay away.
Yep.
On my honor. Done.
Something you need. Just point me in the right direction.
And Chatedo
Okay.
runs off. Just trying to kill those
You
guys.
require my counsel, yes? As you ask.
Try to kill this thing over there.
A dangerous mistake. Oh.
catch you yet.
Okay, crushing damage from off into my damage. Those are skeleton warriors? I didn't realize those were skeleton warriors. They didn't even drop
What is
anything.
my task?
Also, they did a ton of damage within that short time frame.
Where shall I? Yoshimo is willing. On my honor.
Here, heal.
If memory, you're right behind me, right? Yes.
So we're still buffed up. Let's go for that weird Ozark
Aye.
thing.
I'm certain I'm out of sight. None
Okay.
was. You've thought this through.
What is my task?
Does he see me? He
I
does
can
see
hear you
him.
well enough.
Wow, they can see it straight
That
through
should
stealth.
do the trick.
On my honor. Yes.
You stay away.
Consider it
I'll
done.
aid you if I can.
You go
What is
into
my
melee
task?
combat.
The backhand of justice!
Yep.
Drink a potion already. I'm really worried
Where
about
can
this.
I be of most use?
I am ready.
How can I help?
I think.
Want you to cast Power Sleep on this thing.
Ah, that's not right!
On my honor.
I really don't want you to be over there, please. For now, anyways. Throw in another chant. Actually, whole person here. Weapon unusable because you
What
need
do you
to
mean?
now use
I am
different
skilled
ammunition.
in avoidance.
Ah,
Yes.
something you need.
Potato, you need to get away from there.
Sure thing.
Those skeleton warriors are really rough, actually.
Embarrassing.
Badly injured.
Oh.
Am I needed?
Here, I would like you to use... Confusion.
Oh. What is my task?
Kill the thing already.
I require assistance. On my honor.
You do.
Oh.
Guys, stop dying, please. Those
Yes.
those more racy
What is my
things deal
task?
so much
Consider it
damage. Back off. Oh god. Potato
On my
is
honor.
stunned. That is a
will do
really
my
bad
best.
time to be stunned, guys.
Yes. What is my task?
Near death. We need
You
to kill
require
it.
my counsel, yes? On my honor. Yes.
Go for the eyes, Boo! Go for the eyes! Yeah! No!
No, potato! Those things are so crazy. They are slow but super crazy
Things are
strong,
going
it
well
seems.
for us, yes? It's
Well,
a dangerous path, but we Yes, manage well it for shall ourselves.
yes, Yoshimo.
What is my task? Consider it done.
Come over here, buddy.
On my honor.
Okay. Retreat.
I will do my best.
We can deal with one of those thingies, but not all of them.
Yes?
Okay.
Yes.
Alrighty. Hello,
What is
no!
my task?
Attack!
How can I help?
Do you have Doom? Oh. Power Sleep.
Oh.
Okay. Two are stunned. That is really bad, because Moth is among them.
Where
Go
Minsk
closer,
goes,
Minsk.
Evil stands
I'm still
aside.
here. Glory will be ours today.
Minsk is now stunned as well.
Something you need?
Huh. Moth is just going to die straight up. Because he stuns us like this.
Yes? It shall
Alrighty,
be.
Valigar.
You've thought this through.
No.
Things are going well for us, yes? It's a dangerous path, but we manage well for ourselves.
Okay, let's just bring this thing over there. Unless he casts Animate Dead. Let's try whether the whole person even works on this thing.
Aye? Something you need? So be it. I am your doom.
Okay, save versus spell.
In my father's
Such a
name!
miss.
Alrighty, one down.
On my honor,
You
consider
two
it done.
go.
Yes, I will do my best.
Oh no, we're stunned. But hey, those guys decide to be kind of silly about it. Skeleton warrior's dead.
You where Minsk goes, what is my evil stands aside.
Oh, Minsky is not stunned, he just cannot get past Potato. He just needed to protect her. Very noble, Minsk. Very noble. Now what? Oh, Potato, come back. You're no longer retreating here.
Am I needed?
Okay, well, let's do this. Hello. Come over here, buddy. Magical damage.
What is my task? As you ask.
Your task is to be a priest and not get stunned here.
Ooh, that was
Such
smart.
a miss.
Wow, 40 damage from Potato. So
Something
Potato,
okay.
you back off for now.
A good hit.
There we go, alrighty. That thing is dead.
On my honor.
There should not be much more left. So we attack the skeleton warrior first. Because the skeleton warrior deals a ton of damage. Okay, we have another one of those hearts. And something leveled up, or someone. Oh, Maligar actually leveled up.
Yes.
I can hear you well enough.
Alrighty. Maligar levels up as a stalker. He is now level 9. He gets one more proficiency slot, which is really handy. One level priest spell more. Okay. Backstab multiplier gained by 1. This 12 hit points. Pretty good actually. Alrighty, and 2-weapon style. We actually use him as a melee character right now. 2-weapon style might be a decent way to go. He also uses 2 katanas. Yeah, let's go 2-weapon style.
What is my task? Consider it done.
So, are there going to be any more demons? Let's rest. Enemy sighted. 6,000 experience for something so simple. 16 hours rested. Not like we are in a hurry or something like that. Well, technically. By the game's idea, we are in a hurry. We need to be fast before the Larwak dies or so he can actually lead us back home or so. What do we have over here? More weird constructs and crystals. So far we have found 3 demon hearts. I highly doubt they are going to be terribly useful overall. And I also kind of doubt that there are any more at this point. We'll see. And Sven, please find your language around here. I would appreciate that. Greens to you. How are you doing? Yeah, we don't have our druid here with us currently. We are going to get her back after we complete this mission. Oh yeah, let's go back here. We must gather our party before we can venture forth. Sure.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Things are going well for us, yes? It's a dangerous path, but we manage
I
well for
await your
ourselves.
word.
Alrighty, we have a demon heart. We need to bring it now to the power core. I don't know how to do that, however. Guys, wait a second. I have an idea. Stay here for a moment.
Please, let me help.
On my honor. It shall be.
This way we'll move a bit faster. Apparently 2 people are not hasted.
I think. I can dance on the head of a pin as well.
I'm ready for anything.
What do you need? I am skilled in avoidance.
Not sure why you guys
Fleet
couldn't
of
get
foot
hit by
and
the
all that.
haste, but slightly awkward. We could try to take on the golem, just kind of for more experience, but that would be kind of weird. Let's not do that.
Consider it done. I will do my best.
Hello, are you okay? You have the heart now.
Yes, that heart will do. Go to the engine room and place it within the golem. Go, quickly.
I don't know how to get down there. Door is locked.
Yes.
So is this trial and error, or I'm supposed to figure this out somewhere?
What is my task? Very well.
These runes are the key to opening the door. To lower levels, touch each rune in the correct order.
And I, hamsters and rangers everywhere. Rejoice! You require Yoshimo is willing.
I will do what I can.
On my honor.
So we have done something right.
Done.
So let me guess, it's going to be this one over here afterwards. Doing something wrong. Oh boy. There's probably some way you can figure that out, right? Okay. That's not the correct order.
I require assistance with my wounds.
Okay, door is now open.
Yep, if you say so.
Yes.
Figured something like that might happen and just sent the others away. Oh boy. You don't recall this area? You need to have Valigar with you, otherwise you can't enter this. This is the sphere. The town indeed. Pretty fascinating actually, of an area. Since the sphere travels between planes. There are so many things in this game, it's pretty fascinating. Righty, heal back up, we're ready to go. Ready to rumble. By the way, feel free to explain to me how I'm supposed to figure out those runes here in the correct order. What did I miss?
It shall be.
Okay, there's probably intruders in here, aren't there? Oh, also, close the door again real quick. I'll close the door.
I am one of the few who are chosen.
Oh, come on! How did you get in here?
Fools, did you believe that you could betray the cold wizards with impunity? Now you will be rewarded with nothing but death, and Valigar will be ours!
Never. You shall never have me, and you shall never have your precious sphere.
Idiot! You should have run much further. We have followed through the doors you opened, using you as we saw fit. Now suffer our wrath.
Let's go back, guys.
Consider it done.
Let's go back real quick. Because I just saw Yoshimo apparently is pretty much out of breath.
Where shall I display my skill and expertise?
The enemies are not smart enough to follow us like this. So we just abuse that
What
fact.
is my task?
Okay. This and bless.
Where can I be of most use?
Haste. If I knew that haste wasn't group spell earlier, which I probably figured out at some point, but then just forgot, that would have changed a lot of things, I think.
Yes, it shall be.
Alrighty. Hello. We are back. Don't worry. You're not terribly smart. Protection from normal weapons minus spell deflections. And that's the mage. Okay.
Something you need.
You go for this mage.
How can I help?
Glad to be of
I need you to cast Breach on Bulgaria's here.
Feel the backhand.
No. No, if I win.
I'll get you yet.
And I need you to cast Breach on this guy over here. Boom, Bulgaria's dead. Good night, guys. You were not all that smart after all. Actually, earlier some random demons followed us into the next area, so they can actually do that.
Yes.
It was pretty interesting. Curious. Little ring. Here. Not you. You actually get this. You also get those, so you can identify them for me, and you get that as well. Let's see. Sling. Let's wait for a second. Let's identify the ring. Ring of the Ram, also known as the Breaker of Castles. With one word, this ring can unleash fantastic and deadly powers. When it is triggered, a barely discernible ram-like shaped billows forth from the ring. This force can potentially knock opponents off walls, destroy castle gates, or crush enemies, but is damaging as well to its own right. Oh. Ram once per day, 5d6 magic damage, special push the target far away from the user. Affect one creature. That's actually really neat. Can you use that? You can use that. That is really neat. Too bad Chatata can't use this. Yeah, that sounds useful. Let's have our mage have that. And sling. We have already a +3 sling, so it's unlikely that this one is particularly all that great. Quarterstaff +1. Random bolts we can't identify yet. That's okay. So here, Yoshima, you can have those for now. Oh. I didn't do those things. That's right. No, we have the Ring of Ram. Not usable by the Wizard Slayer. Well, Chatado is a Wizard Slayer after all. That's just how it is. So, is that a door? Why was that thing there? That was weird. Also, what is this area here about anyways? Let's see. Oh. Hang on. Don't go in there, guys. Just let it come outside.
Just point me in the right
On my honor,
direction.
done.
Hello. Let's go.
Fear is
asked
for
for
those
it,
of
you
no
know.
confidence. A hit to no effect? A dangerous mistake.
Okay. That was simple enough. Let's go. Oh, Chatato's blinded.
Yes.
Here,
What is
chunks,
my
and
task?
see what else we have in here. It's probably more fire elementals. We do have another bit of coal, so I imagine we may have to
As you ask.
power up the furnace or so. Okay. Let's lure those back outside.
Live a good life.
Ow.
On my honor.
In my father's name!
Every hamster has his day.
Poor Minsk. An Efredi? Oh, it is a noble Efredi. Potato, don't do that. Line of sight doesn't break it apparently, which is kind of curious.
Something you need.
Now we go.
Armored, sharpened, and raring to go.
What is my task?
Hey, don't kill Chatata, please. Okay. Killed it, did we? Okay, Noble Ifriti is dead. So we killed an Ifriti. Very curious. Why would they be here? I don't know. Okay, let's see what else is in here. Not a lot of enemies, but we used things to advantage. Trap detected. Curious. Are there more, Yoshimo?
If memory serves, you're right behind me, right?
Oh, enemy sighted. Trap disarmed. Magma if it casts blur. It feels like there might be more traps on those places here. We probably want to be careful about that.
I really don't like this.
Here,
How are we
bring it
helping the
over
less
here.
fortunate trudging around in here?
Okay, bring this one over here instead, I guess.
I'll aid you if I can.
So Disney? Very well. Yes.
Stay here, guys.
Aye.
Stay here. And now you can attack.
I'm ready. I think I hit to no effect. I hit to no effect.
Stop hitting then.
What do you need, Yokata?
Just point me in the right direction.
Okay, Magma
On my
method.
honor.
Attack it,
Yes.
but don't walk over that little thing over there.
I'll get you yet.
Blur makes it, I think, more difficult for characters to hit an enemy.
I am your doom.
So be it, I am your doom. Okay. We've got that much. What is this? Waves of dry heat drop throughout the entire chamber from this
Must watch
device.
your every move in a place such as this. Dark, foul magic is drawn to these pits
On
like
my honor.
flies.
Consider it done.
Alrighty. Seems to be no more traps. Oh, never mind. Good job,
You
Yoshimo.
require my counsel, yes? Nothing dangerous, I would hope.
Let's set you next to this thing. Maybe you can figure out more about traps and stuff. Other than that, let's rest. So we have our healing spells back up again.
Yes.
Oh boy.
I will
for
do
the eyes
yours.
today.
Go for the eyes! Yeah!
Am I needed?
Yes, I would like you to cast chaos here. Actually, it's probably not necessary.
My weapon has no effect.
What is my task? I will do my best.
Try again. More of those.
Fear a hit to no effect.
Okay, we
A
need to
solid hit.
go into a different room to rest, I think. This seems pretty rough. We do get a bunch of experience in the process though, but we need to get our spells back. I'm curious what's going to be over here. This seems to lead back further up. Alrighty, try resting here. Okay, that worked. Let's see.
On my honor.
Don't. Just be
Yes.
protected or prepared for some stuff.
Yes.
Ooh, are those the ice salamanders? Oh, potato, you probably want to switch weapon here.
What is my task?
Everybody,
Very well.
you stay
On
here.
my honor. Done.
Just bring it over. And now you guys can attack.
Yes.
What is it? I shall make this quick for you.
I'm actually going to exchange you into party space.
What is my
So you're
task?
going to be more frontline oriented. We exalt
As you
experience.
ask.
More of those. Let's go back. Ouch. 1 damage from cold breath. Here we go. So the little method first. Focus on that next guy.
Ooh, that'll smart.
Great fun!
And the ice salamander.
No effect. On my honor.
It looks like we will more and more frequently meet enemies that just are
Yes.
not affected by regular weapons anymore, so regular arrows might just kind of be pointless to an extent. What is that? No troll. We need some acid or fire. We do have some spells on her, so that should be fine. Here. Don't step over the little holes, guys. That's a bad idea.
Go for the eyes, Joe. Go for the eyes. Yeah.
Okay.
You get those second chances.
Ah, Minsk, please. Why did you need to stand on this?
What?
Only a weapon unusable.
Please, let me help.
Okay, don't we have... Oh, we don't have any acid or fire, but Moth should just kind of be able to finish off a troll. Trolls, generally speaking, they will not die unless you use acid or fire on them. But our weapon does fire damage, so it's fine.
That's my task. Consider it done.
Oh god.
You point, I punch. Where shall I display my skill and expertise? I can dance on the head of a pin as well.
Here. Got this. Your call seems to emanate from this hissing device. Magical helmet? Freeze arrows? Okay, yes, that's pretty awesome.
On my honor.
Here. Like you did identify those.
I'm ready for anything.
What do we have? Gift of Peace. Helm of Defense, Gift of Peace. Prized for its noble origin as much as for its benefit to the wearer, this helm was originally intended to be a simple gift. There was no great crisis at hand, nor dangerous evil to be overthrown, just a wish for a friend to give gift to another. It could just have easily been a good book or a bottle of wine, but the adventurers are eminently more practical in their gift-giving. The helm has seen many great battles since its creation, but the simple virtue at its core is what it always been remembered. Saving throws +1, cold resistance, fire resistance, electric resistance, protection against critical hits. That thing is really good. And you could use a helmet apparently. That is curious. I like to have resistances stacked on a character. Also, I don't have apparently a particularly great helmet, so you get a helmet now, buddy. Also, you get 2 healing potions. You get 1 more, 4 is fine. Minsk. What is that? Potion of Insight. I don't think you need that, Minsk. Minsk, can you not split potions? There we go. 3 potions, there we go.
Something you need.
On my honor.
Okay, heal Minsk in the meantime, while Yoshimo tries to find the last trap in here. I assume there's another one.
Foot and all that. Yes?
Ah, there it is.
So this day?
Pretty much expected that.
Whatever you need, I do it well.
I also expect only to be the 2 traps.
That's my task.
Yes.
It shall be.
Alrighty, there is more. This seems to be just kind of sphere after sphere after sphere. It's a really weird arrangement of things, in my opinion. Oh, there we go to a different place. I guess let's go through here. We don't. Also, by the way, one thing I forgot. Here, he can have a second level 1 spell now.
Still here.
For priests. Let's see, what do we get? Oh boy, what is that?
I will do my best.
Probably more enemies around. Yeah. Seems to be the core of this entire contraption. Clay Golem, uninjured. Clay Golem last time was pretty strong. Past the taste. Nalia, I need you to breach. Remove this. Although, Case is probably not considered a protection spell.
To no effect? A dangerous mistake. I hit.
My weapon has
to no effect.
Valigar's weapon has no effect. One of your weapons should have an effect.
I hit. To no effect.
Here. Right. A potatoes weapon ended up being useful. Okay, no more healing spells. Actually, that's not true. There's one more after this. Blast didn't last long enough to actually get through here. That's curious. Alrighty. Yoshimo!
I can dance on the head of a pin as well.
Haha. Good job, Yoshimo. 6,666 gold. They don't have enough space. Yoshimo, you need to give some random things to other people. Like Valigar can hold this. You can put this here. You can put that there. Valigar. Is that? Oh, those things are also going to the back of gemstones. That is actually kind of neat. I don't want to sell this, but it's worth noting that those can all go into the bag of gemstones. Nice. Have one more here. Okay, Yoshimo has more space. Give this to Minsk. He's just kind of going to be our mule for a while. I don't know whether it'll Stephen Heart Silf or anything. We will test that, so to speak. Alright, Yoshimo, you have space again. And you do gain a few things. What is this? A Zyos gem, a Black Opal, King's Tears, Bloodstone Amulet, and a thing I would like to identify. Ring of Danger Sense. Nisuv's mace was a grand hedge maze created by the Archmage Nisuv for his amusement. The maze boasted hundreds of magical traps, most of them extremely lethal. Nisuv posted a reward big enough to buy a kingdom to each man or woman brave enough to enter the maze and reach its core. Thousands tried and died, but one, Oleg Worm, completed the maze, thanks to mainly this ring, which let him see where the traps were hidden. Woo! Detect traps ability plus 25%. Here you go, Yoshimo. That is really neat, actually. Alrighty, identify Bala's Axe Wizard's Lair. Bala was foul-tempered. Is this a Albert? Oh, it's an axe. Bala was a foul-tempered prince of a Gully dwarf clan, which was enslaved by a cruel elven mage in Thesk. Though Bala managed to escape the more cowardly traits of his race, he was even more filthy and obnoxious than the average Gully dwarf. Sickened of his enslavement, Bala crept into the mage's lair and cracked the elf's skull open. Although rumor has it that it was the dwarf's stench that overcame the mage. It was in fact his enchanted axe that dispelled the elf's magical defenses. It is obvious from the poor workmanship that Bala himself crafted the axe. The mystery lies in where its power originates. After a lengthy career of mage slaying, Bala died, never having revealed his secret to those who were willing to risk a life of infestation by approaching him. Some say that the axe was powered by Bala's intense hatred of wizards. The axe gives its owner the ability to dispel magic once a day. Ooh. We have a wizard's lair that would love to use those kinds of things. If only for its special ability to dispel. This spell is really neat. Also, is that just me or does this look like arms over here? I have no idea what this is supposed to look like. But it looks interesting to say the least.
I am fleet of foot and all that.
Okay. Oh, this might just be the other entrance to the room. So there might just be two entrances. One cold and one hot, I guess. Oh, another one. Stone Golem.
Yes? Yes. Yoshimo is willing.
Alright.
On my
The
honor.
attack. Can't.
I can hear you well enough.
You don't have a bless spell left, that's unfortunate.
Where shall I display my skill and expertise? Memory. You're right
Something
behind.
is wrong
right.
here.
Oh. Well, that jump didn't really do much.
What is my task? On my honor. Very well.
Alrighty.
So this thing?
There's another one.
Yes.
Oh
Done.
boy.
Some
No,
yes,
potato! We needed less first. Hang
What is
on.
my task?
just hammer.
I am ready, I think.
What is it?
Swords, not words! Hit to no effect? On my honor.
Potato, please. We didn't want to get into combat right now.
Yes.
Okay, we are healed
As
up.
you ask. What do you need? I am very well.
I want to see what's over here
Hiya.
first. Apparently nothing. Okay. That was the entire contraption here. Whatever that thing is, I guess it's core. This pulsing mass of flesh, wow, seems to be the power core for the sphere. You will have to find some way to repower it if you wish to return Athkatla with to Athkatla on the prime material plane. For lack of a more obvious solution, you feed the demon's heart to one of the many mouths that embedded on the contraption. And unfortunately the text is too fast for me to read it within a timely manner. Okay. Embedded in the flesh of the structure. A moment later the sphere shudders and you can sense it's powering up. That's a lot of experience. We leveled up actually. The power core of the sphere roars to life, distorting spaces as it races through the planes. After a few minutes, the sphere lurches, the power fades and the power core fizzles. The sphere has taken its last planet jaunt.
What is my task?
Oh, hopefully we are back home, I guess. So, we level up as a fighter. No, actually a cleric this time around. We can level 1 spell, level 2 spell, level 5 spell. 6 hit point gained, and that's that. Okay. So we gain more spells. A level 1 spell. Let's just use get Armor of Faith. I might as well use it more frequently. No alignment, I would like to have to. I barely cast any spells with him anyways, with Moth that is. I would love to use more of those, but, well, reaction. Well, under the effects of the recipient becomes immune to anything that affects his movement. This includes effects of web, hold, person, grease, and entangle. Oh. Oh, that might actually be useful. Also, this is the first time we get a level 5 spell. Hey, sweet. Champion Strength. Sphere. Law. So, area of effect, one creature. When this spell is cast, the priest effectively draws on the strength of his god and lends it to the target creature. In effect, creating a champion. The target gains a bonus to hit accuracy at a rate of 1 for every 3 levels of the caster. So 9th level priest would confer a 3 target bonus. And so on. Also, the target strength is set to 1800 for the duration of the spell and receives all the bonus to hit damage and rolls for this strength first. Note also that if the target strength is above 1800, it will actually be reduced to this value. Figured. Chaotic commands. Renders creature immune to magical commands, suggesting charm, diminution, command, sleep, maze, confusion, all spells. That is really neat. Magic resistance. One creature. When this spell is cast, the recipient receives a resistance to all magic. Mass Cure. Flame Strike. Wow. Flame Strike, the spell. Vertical column of fire roars down in the exact location called by the caster. That is fascinating. Greater command. Interesting. Cause critical wounds. Slay the living. Necromancy. True seeing. Will dispel phantasm and stuff like that. Righteous magic. Raise dead. Repulse undead. That is actually really neat overall. Repulse undead. Maybe not for now. True Seeing, Slay the Living, Magic Resistance. So since cause critical wounds is kind of like on hit, I think that might be useful. Let's try this. I've never really used this before. Okay, let's go through here. I assume this is going to be the door that was in the other room. Enemy sighted. Whatever.
You must gather your party
We're out of here, guys. Open up the door. And we're just going. I don't even bother with those little golems anymore. That's just silly. Alrighty, we should be back home. Let's see whether Larvok is still alive or not. He may or may not be, for all I know. And the other guys are probably not going to be able to return back home now, since they seem to be from a different plane. Where there were no halflings, for that matter. They have never seen a halflings before. Or maybe they are just that inexperienced. They did look human after all. Oh well.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Hello, are you alive?
We'll return to our own plane. Please, please, stranger. As per our bargain, let me see my son one last time.
I will do as you ask.
I am most grateful. If you could but carry me. My strength has all but fled. My last moments are upon me.
Certainly.
Nalia, I would ask that you drop this foolishness at once and return to your proper duties. Honor the commitment you made to me.
How did you get here? Why is this happening right now?
I made my opinion of you quite clear, Isaiah. I will not change my mind now.
Then I have little choice but to forcefully show you the error of your ways. Nali the Arnis, I place you under arrest by the order of the Omnian army. What? You are a danger to yourself and your lands. You have not been thinking straight since your father died. It is for your own good. Who are you to decide that? By what right? I have every right. I am an officer in the army and a liaison to the nobility. It is my function to see that everyone is well in their proper station. You have demonstrated that you are under some strange influence and I must act to protect you. This is madness. Moth will stop you. No, he will not. I act with full sanction of military. Even if you were to attack guards, you will not survive the result. No, I am simply going to walk away and there is nothing you can do. To attack would mean your death, as I am a respected officer. I will find a way to stop you. This affects me personally now. Believe as you must, but Nalia is under arrest. I will secrete her away so that you and your ilk can no longer poison her mind.
So hard. I am just better than you. Oh, feel free to lodge a complaint to the proper authority. That would be me.
Such corruption is not uncommon. There is little we can do to help Nalia now. Unless, of course, we find proof of his true nature and bring it to his superiors. Wow, they just kidnap her?
It is the sky after all. I had forgotten how it looked after so long. I thank you. I wish...
Well, Labok at least is now back home.
Hello there.
I am not alone, and I'm sorry, but could you please go away? This is actually really awkward, because those things just literally happened because we entered the town again, and they were just not in the correct order, I dare to say. Because Nali also now is missing out of the experience, which is really awkward. Please, sire, I have words you must hear that are for you alone. I saw what happened, and I share your helplessness. Any complaints about Officer Ronald must first go through him, so you can imagine how many get through. Ah, yes, you have expressed your sympathy. Now, what is it that you actually want? This did not come from me, for if my indiscretion against Isaiah were to get out, I should be thrown from the military. There is one way you can get to him. Isaiah is quite corrupt, and more than willing to exercise his power. You're not monitored as we, so you can do something that I or another guard cannot. Look at the docks and the man named Bark. Examine him and what he does, and you are sure to see what I mean. But the dogs are Bark, okay. You might also wish to pry into his personal records. They may reveal something of his fondness for gems. I did not tell you this, and I certainly did not say his records are in his home northwest of the main government building of the government district. Should anyone ask, I also wasn't the one who arranged to have the door to Isaiah's estate unbarred. I cannot tell you more. They will question me if we are seen together. Remember, Isaiah values his name over all else. Sully that and his life is in your hands. Oh. I must go. Think on what I've said and bring anything you learned to Korgik accent in the government district main building. He is Isaiah's commander.
He is dead. Lavak, the necromancer, is finally dead. I can scarce believe it. My family's vow has been fulfilled, and I am now safe. And yet I feel little satisfaction. I had no idea it would be like this. Could he actually have been redeemed?
After all that time, did he actually fight that demon to prevent it from escaping the sphere?
If you had asked me such a question even a day ago, I would have answered that such redemption was impossible. Now I am not so sure. I think perhaps that I do not know all that I think I do. I have not seen as much of the world as I thought I did. A disturbing realization. I would continue to travel with you if you would allow me. If there is so much I am not aware of, I must discover it. Will you have me?
Mm-hmm. As you wish, although I cannot promise it will be for long. I will travel with you for as long as I can, Moth. Without you, I would still be hiding in the forest. You have my thanks and my company for as long as you wish it. Okay, the other dude just goes into the sphere now. Nalia abducted by Azila Ronald, and, well, his quest is now over.
I bet that shall do the trick.
We don't actually even have anyone who could identify stuff anymore. And Nalia's thingies are gone too. Oh boy. I want Nalia back.
Yes?
And Jahira for that matter. So I think order of operation would be go and get Jahira from the Harper's Guild, and then we look to get Nalia back. And I'm there to say we probably don't have the trust of the Cowled Wizards anymore now, unless the others did not manage to, well, spread the word yet. There was a queue of people just outside the sphere. Yeah. That was interesting, I guess. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we have managed to arrive at, well, quite the progress point. This was a fair bit of adventure, just getting Valigar's quest done, essentially. We need to get 2 people now back. One is Imoen, and one is the other lady. Imoen is because it's a childhood friend. I'm not sure this is terribly urgent, but the other lady Well, I really want to get rid of that Ronald dude. I'm not happy with him. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was it for today. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, thank you for lurking, thank you for being around, being awesome. I appreciate all your presence, and well, I hope you enjoy what you saw, and maybe until next time. Take care, everybody. You could just get Airy, that's true. Airy would be a really good one. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, let me try to find